You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Monday edition. The
He's back.
It's great. It's great to have you back. I was building to that, but okay.
You really jumped the gun.
Thank you to all of our great cousin subs of the day, cousin subs we believe in better, who made everything possible during the Tausch Summer Sabbatical edition. The Family Night Recap edition, thank you, Omar Brown. That's all I have to say, edition. And the big fella is back. Perhaps you may have heard him already, edition of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and whatever Pablo's doing when he's doing his lunges.
What a welcome back.
And, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all free and all customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can download in both the Android and Apple app stores. I'm Chase Wilde, normally in Green Bay, but not today. We are at TPC Wisconsin for the ESPN Madison Open, benefiting Mentoring Positives. So some sandy sunglasses.
Sandy.
Got there. Jesse Nelson, because we're on remote, always feels the need, because there is free food for him to have, for joining us in person, which means we've got Hunter Vaughn back at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. I said cousin subs a lot the last week and a half. Hi, Hunter.
Good morning.
And you've already heard him pipe in. He's cleaning his sunglasses.
Say pipe Jim?
Pipe
I
in.
thought you said pipe Jim.
When Josh DiMaggio says, I can't hear Jesse at all, that's good news coming from him. It makes him happy, I feel like. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is back from the Tausch Summer Sabbatical. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back.
We're
It
glad
was
to have you.
it was a long sabbatical, a little bit longer than most of my summer. The spring sabbaticals sometimes go, maybe close to 2 weeks. This one, I was chomping to get back about Thursday of last week, but it was a great trip. We had.
How was the food?
This was one of those. Food was not a part. Like, this was not a food. Not every trip is food related. I've tried to tell you guys this.
Pretty sure you
No,
said
I didn't.
It makes or breaks a trip.
It does on some cases. When you do national parks.
Only
Okay, hold up.
Only
Only when
the
he
Badgers
wants it
play
to.
at Fiserv
Hey.
Forum.
When you do
Don't hit me.
when you do a national park trip, it's about the parks. It's not about the food. This isn't like the Wisconsin State Fair where the food is, a critical point to it. Now, we had some issues, and we had issues leading into it. And in fairness, I didn't know because I don't think this is going to come as a monster surprise to you two, but my brother, Craig, and my wife, Sarah, organize everything. Mm-hmm. I just show up. Mm-hmm. And I don't, they'll occasionally update me as far as what's going on, but it's, all right, we're going to get the car, we'll get, our Airbnbs, we're going to locate them here so we can get to this park and this.
You're on a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
I don't think you need to know.
No, because honestly, it's going to go smoother. All I'm going to do is interject, and it's going to be annoying, and so that's the case.
I know the feeling.
So it's about the 8th or 9th of July, okay? And as we know, there's wildfires up in Canada, and there's smoke and haze and all this other stuff.
Still is.
So last year we went with college friends and we did the Rockies.
Yep. This
year we were going to go do something. We had to change plans. So we started planning this probably in January, February. And we were going out to two of the lesser known parks. But we have a checklist of parks.
Are they among the ones listed on the frame that I got you?
Yes.
So they are. So there will be.
They will be checked off.
Filled in. Okay,
yes.
Good.
So we were going to, and this is one of the places that you can't even imagine how it exists or why it exists, and then why it's a park. And by the way, in a world of politics where everything is divisive, what I want to see either Trump or the next president do, start naming more national parks. There are plenty of things that need to be national parkized. That is my little tangent, and I am going to push hard. There are 3 things that we went to that should be national parks that aren't national parks out in Colorado. I digress. So it's called the Dune.
Now I'm kind of wondering what they were.
I'll get there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
So there is this park. It's called basically the Sand Dunes National Park.
Oh, yeah.
You've
Sand
heard of it.
Dunes, yeah.
Have you been?
Becca has. I have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And it is, in fact, a national park.
Yes.
Okay.
You drive out there. And it is a haul. Like Colorado, I got to be honest with you. I watched Dumb and Dumber. There's a lot of part of that state that you're just like, is this still Colorado? Like you're driving. So because of the park being closed, Gunnison was closed. And let me kind of swing this back all the way back around. Gunnison's closed. We had an Airbnb close to Gunnison. And the last day before we left, the North Rim, which is the less popular rim of the Gunnison National Park, is open. So now we have a decision.
Red-headed stepchild.
We have a decision to make. We had the dunes locked and loaded. It was a one-night stay. Boom, boom, boom. We stayed in some of the places that should have been. Garden of Gods, the Royal Gorge. Both went to in Colorado Springs, I think, or Fort Collins. I always get those two mixed up. We did that. It was a great zip lining. No, I didn't zip line, Jesse. I'm too heavy. Wow. But everybody else was able to do that. There's a pterodactyl ride at one of these. It's a lot of cool
With real pterodactyl?
Yes, they scream and they yell.
Rode a pterodactyl?
I did not. Again, too heavy. So when these dunes, you're driving and all of a sudden you look to your left and you're like, why are these here? There's this huge mountain, which we all know glaciers and water bring through. And then I look, and there are dunes that are...
As far as the eye can see.
It looks like, and I've never been to Egypt, but that's what I thought when I walked out there. It's like, and it's hot. It looks like Egypt. And for my kids, it was their favorite park because you grab these sleds, and you go sled down these dunes. And by the time they finally figured it out, they're flying down these dunes. They didn't want to leave. I'm sweating my keister off saying, yeah, you guys do your thing. I'll come back and get you later. We're there for a day and a half, and it was probably both of my kids' favorite national park of all the parks we've been to.
Were you too heavy for sliding down the dunes?
Sand sledding?
So normally,
That's what I was looking for.
normally weight is great when it comes to snow tubing. I'm not going to give free advertising. There's a tubing hill up the street here, and I'll fly through the
Another one in
barricades.
Titletown.
I'll fly through the barricades, rip through the stuff, and I'll go through. I could go
out onto the highway.
I could end up damn near going onto the highway if they don't have the barricades. It is fun. I'm flying.
Oh my
Matter of fact, I ripped a pair of Uggs. I had to drag my feet because I was getting too much. That is not the case with sand.
Could have made it to Chicago.
And let me tell you something. Sand
Imagery is incredible.
climbing sand, really difficult.
Yeah.
And it's hot, but great park. And again, I don't know why and how these sand dunes, but it looked sphinxy. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
My brother he had a bear crawl climb to finish the one, then he ended up getting a sticker.
He got a sticker.
He got a sticker to showcase his prowess on the hill.
I went to the sand dunes and all I got was this lousy sticker.
In essence, that's about what happened. So we then make a decision. We are in, I don't remember the name of the town, Darbo or something, whatever the name of the town was.
Okay.
That is close to Gunnison. Gunnison's closed. We're now sitting there. We have a 2-day period. We were going to do Gunnison hikes.
Okay.
Not happening. So we decide we're going to Mesa Verde, which is another 3 blanket hours out of the way.
Oh, boy.
So are we going to do it or are we not?
Oh, you're doing it.
We did it. So we drove another, basically 6 hours, boom, boom, boom. Old T did all the driving. Crushed it.
Thank you for your
That's
service.
exactly what
good
I was hoping
job.
for. Thank you,
Good
sir.
job.
But then the last day, as we're sitting there, we're waiting to see if South Gunnison is going to open because the smoke, well, it's only 40% contained. But North Gunnison opens, and then we have another decision to make because we had to drive back to Denver to fly home.
Sure. How far is Denver?
A long ways. That was the part of the trip that Old T was maybe getting a little cranky.
Well, that sounds delightful.
But it was another hour and a half to go to the North Gunnison, but you could check it off even though you probably aren't, you really wanted to go to South Gunnison. We end up doing North Gunnison. We get the 3 parks. We get back. We hit a Red Rocks concert, and we called it a day. So that was our little trip in a nutshell.
Wow.
A pretty good little trip. 3 national parks, and we only planned to do 2 on our little summer sabbatical. So there you go.
Garden of the Gods is a national landmark.
Should be a
per
national park.
Mike in the YouTube commentary.
Yeah. Royal Gorge is an unbelievably beautiful place. I could not recommend people. You should go. It's a easy hike. You walk this bridge gets made. Some dude the guy's name was Gorge. He ends up.
His name was Gorge?
Yeah, I think so. You can fact check that. But this thing is they have zip lines and gondolas, and it is just carved. Arkansas River floating through it. It's just a beautiful piece.
Arkansas River flows through Colorado?
Yes, indeed it does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not the
Colorado River
does
is
too.
too.
There too, though. Right?
I didn't
the-
know there
so
was
does
an
the
Arkansas River.
It's a beautiful river. Strong, powerful. So, anyways, both of those should be we need to start naming more national parks. I don't. When's the last time we've named one? It's time.
It's a good question.
Okay.
Fitz in the YouTube comments. I've not been following this part of the current president's approach, but apparently he is trying to reduce the number of national parks per Fitz. So maybe
we need to
get
encourage
more.
more
Yeah.
national parking.
Well, we're glad you're back from this. The question that many of us have, including Geriad.
Ooh, Geriad. Missed you, Geriad.
So you mentioned that maybe there was some frustration at times. Did Tyrant T make an appearance?
So I can only speak for me.
So your answer may be different than those who vacationed with
Why
you.
does Riley have an Indianapolis Colts hat on?
He got it on Goodwill. It's signed by Eric Dickerson.
It's Eric Dickerson signed? A former Packer, almost.
Wow.
That's pretty nice. And it's signed
To
to you.
Show the people on the video stream.
No, it's signed to Jamie.
Oh.
Wasn't that Riley's first name? Jamie?
Jamie Oak.
Yeah, he looks like he could be the ball coach for the Colts. He's all decked out in blue, royal blue.
Or delivering your Butterburger.
So they don't serve ice cream. They don't.
That's true. They serve
So come on.
That's true.
I never said the place.
Yeah, could be
but
anywhere.
everybody knew.
Could
Come on.
be anywhere.
Be better, Jason.
Show Riley on our social media channels and tell me that he doesn't look like he should be coming out and taking a little sticker off your mirror.
Number 65.
Where were we?
New River Gorge National Park in West Virginia, the newest.
Yeah,
US
I think we're going to
national
go
park.
hit that. That's going to be another one on our
2 years
list.
ago, it was named a national
Yes,
park.
let's start doing more of that. I think we'd like to see more of that. Frustration? Not really. Great car, had no problems. Hamstring got a little tight because the problem out there is everything's winding through mountains. Can't use cruise. So a lot of
tight hamstring
yeah,
from
snug,
driving.
snug hammy.
So did you do a lot of walking? So your
We
knee was
hiked.
acting up?
Well,
That'll lead to Tyrant T, from my recollection.
Yeah, we hiked quite a bit. Probably not as much because of the Gunnison closing that we normally would have. But a couple of things did come up, as they usually do. I don't do a ton of Airbnbs. Like, I like hotels. It's easy, check in, check out, bing, bing, bing. But when you have a bigger group, it's nice because you can play cards and et cetera, et cetera. Is it IPT for the owners to tell you to take the garbage out to the curb?
No.
What's next? They're going to have me snaking the frickin' plumbing? Like, it's your house. No, I don't need to be doing all that.
Your garbage.
I'm taking the
garbage.
I'll take the garbage into the deal. Now I need to wake up early and get the recycles out?
Do you want the owners to come back to their place and take the garbage out themselves?
That was a point that was brought. My brother had no problem with it. I just thought it was a little ticky-tacky, if I'm being honest.
You can't control when garbage day is.
How long were you there?
Well, 3 days.
So coincidentally, you were there on garbage
fine. Well,
day.
yeah, the lawn needs mowing. Get out there, mow the lawn.
No, that's
it's the same
different.
thing.
That's different.
No, it's not.
No, there isn't a designated city-determined
The
lawn
septic's
mowing
full.
day.
Go plug. Get rid of the septic. It's just that time of year,
If
right?
it was a gated community where someone came around and mowed the lawn for you and the lawn service day was Monday and you were there on Monday, the lawn would get mowed. That's the same concept for the garbage being picked up.
Yeah, I don't
the
like
garbage
it.
must be picked up.
I thought it was a little. IPT.
You
I
were in the minority.
Yeah,
on that
everybody else
opinion?
had no problem. I was like, we got to haul we got to lug the. It wasn't that big a deal.
I've never done either of those where you live in someone else's house. And Jesse's story of the guy that was there while you were there.
St. Louis watching us check in.
That's a weird deal.
Yeah, it was.
Watching you shower. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I wasn't sure exactly what
Inviting
happened.
you to his
St.
favorite
Louis.
bar right nearby.
Not a piano bar.
Meat raffle. Meat raffle.
It was not a piano bar.
Is that what they call it? Well, it's great to have you back. We had a few recorded versions of you while you were gone.
Yeah.
But now we get live and in person.
I understand you guys got out. Like Joe Thomas got it. My mom not happy with Joe Thomas. Is what I understand.
Well, it was actually Evan Cohen.
That's not how she portrayed it. She was not happy. She said that you guys were getting after me a little bit more than usual. So she wasn't happy with you guys.
Evan called Joe better Tausch.
Dang, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Joe Tessitore is better than Evan. How's that?
But nobody's better than Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, it's a new month, and I'm nervous. You know what, though? When you want
Joe
long,
Thomas would do a great job.
When you want long, there's no doubt about that. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece, specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance to last for years and built to create long-term energy savings. Stop by Pella's booth in the Expo Center at that Wisconsin State Fair.
Oh, yeah.
All the way through August 10th. Get on in there. Check it out. Got a lot of great stuff going on at Pella. And if you order by August 31st, you get 0 interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
It is great to have Tausch back. He is the straw that stirs our Tito's beverage. I would like to explore further, though. What exactly did your mom hear that she was irritated?
I'm going to be honest. She talked to
like,
my brother. I have not spoken
like
to my
kind
mom.
of a game of telephone here?
It was basically the boys were pretty mean to old T. That was the impression I got.
Do you recall it being that mean?
Better Tausch was a little harsh, and he did it multiple times. And like Joe made a point, and then Evan said, "Yeah, great job, good idea, good thought, Better Tausch."
That's not very nice.
Yeah, not very nice.
Well, we can maybe revisit that with Evan tomorrow.
I look forward to
Joe
that.
was fine. He brought meat for us. It was.
Did you get Wagyu?
Yeah. It was
Where's
good.
I'm assuming mine's in the freezer back at the studio.
Jesse ate it.
You
very
ate
large.
all the freaking Wagyu?
It was really good.
You vacation, you lose.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Food made my day that day. I can tell you that much.
Live from TPC, Wisconsin for the ESPN Madison Open, benefiting Mentoring Positives. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals help fuel my love for acting. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always, always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing up our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open, also brought to you by Carbless, Zimbrick Honda, Siding Unlimited, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, Clear Vision Pro Wash, and Vortex Optics.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Want to move better, play faster, and compete at a higher level? Train where Wisconsin's top athletes go. Total Athlete Performance. From middle school phenoms to the pros, TAP is Madison's #1 destination for speed, power, and athleticism. Their proven systems, expert coaches, and cutting-edge equipment help you dominate your sport. Can't make it in? Train anywhere with the TAP mobile app. Spots are filling fast, so don't wait. Visit tapwisconsin.com to schedule your free athletic assessment today.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Call you up in the middle of the night, like a firefly without a light.
We'll get to family night, and Jesse will catch us up on the Brewers after their sweep in our nation's capital, but
just pounded 56 hits.
The Miz is on the IL.
I think that is just a preemptive. Like, let's give him a beat so he can pitch in the postseason.
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
You don't need me. Old T's
got
got
a line drive in the tibia. We'll get to that coming
got
up.
tibia test.
I got a question for you though.
All right.
You go on vacation, the Tausch summer sabbatical.
Yes, sir.
We've got an unbelievable lineup. Whether or not anyone hurt your feelings while you were gone, notwithstanding.
Sure.
But we had, Brad Nortman. We had Bulaga twice. We had a Pro Football Hall of Famer in Joe Thomas. We had Alex Strofe step in for a day. We're really lucky to have a lot of great people to fill in. So I'm extremely grateful for that. But you're what makes this show go. I am curious, though, when you go on vacation, since I don't really do that sort of thing, do you unplug Like, are you paying attention? Like, are you checking Packers.com to catch a little bit of family night action? Are you catching the Brewers at all? Like, they were on Apple TV one night, and my friend Trisha Whitaker, who used to work at WBAY in Green Bay, had some of Pat Murphy's pocket pancake during their interview. Do you unplug? Do you hear any of this stuff, or are you just, sledding down sand hills?
How do you pull off a pocket pancake?
It's so you were unplugged clearly because you did not. This went very viral.
The pocket
I
pancake
saw.
stole the show.
I saw it. I saw that the Brewers were rolling. Matter of fact, I was scrambling to try. Of course, the Airbnb, they don't have cable. They got like some Roku and blah, blah, blah. Couldn't figure it out.
And you got to take out the garbage.
So
the
and
IT team couldn't figure it out.
And you
either.
have to snake the sewage system.
And mow the lawn.
No one asked you to do that.
Well, they could have.
Did they make it edge too, or just
So
a mow?
I have been really. As I've said, the
Weed
Brewers.
whacker.
I am all in. As far as Packers go, I was following. Obviously anything. You didn't tweet hardly anything.
I don't tweet anymore.
I know you hate me, Elon Musk.
You didn't read
So
stuff?
you go. I tried to.
All free on channel.
I tried to stay up to date as far as what was going on, and then but for the most part, I unplug, and because the season's coming, things are going to get very hectic. It's going to get grind time. So now I've seen and listened and understood the big picture of what is going on, but from a minutia standpoint, obviously I'm not going to be as dialed in if I'm here.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Well, we're glad you're back. Have you gotten caught up? Because my
I have gotten
understanding
caught up.
is you returned from your trip, and then you went camping
Yeah.
upon your and not like glamping
What?
camping.
No, that's why my Tito sunglasses are all full of
Oh,
sand.
I thought that was from the sledding.
No.
That's you would think,
Yeah.
but no, sir.
Yeah, so we've been doing this now for a year or two, and we have a friend and their family that has a beautiful spot down on the greater lower Wisconsin River where there's many, many species, and that's what we've gotten into. So we went Saturday and Sunday, and I got home early this morning, sand-filled and
Species of what?
different fish,
Oh.
turtles and etc. So I was really unplugged this weekend, but I was able to catch up, and I had my phone and was able to look at kind of how Saturday went and how you and Domofsky and the rest of your cronies kind of put that out, how the scrimmage went. Another big crowd. No rain, right?
No weather issues
That
at all. It's always
never
a win.
happens. So, I feel like I'm caught up. I definitely feel like I have the knowledge base that I know what I need to be able to discuss it with some form of intelligence.
Okay, well, as someone who has taken part in family night during his playing career on a much more intense level, I mean, there was the 1 year in 2005 when they brought the Buffalo Bills to town for joint practices, and you actually scrimmaged them. This is not that. There was a tackling period.
They had pads on Saturday, right?
They did have pads
That's
on.
nice.
Yeah, and they did some tackling for the final period. But while I thought Jordan Love moved well and threw the ball well, the number one offense did not score.
Halfly.
And so I want to address the idea: is that good news? Because it's Packers versus Packers.
Yeah. Defense stayed strong.
Is that good news because the Packers defense played well, or is that they couldn't really get anything going offensively? So when you play a practice that is against each other, you would like to see both sides have a little bit of success.
Both sides have fun. Is what you're looking for.
Both teams have fun.
I think what was always interesting, and I thank you for filling in with Vinny and the boys on. Oh, Vinny, I think took off for like 2 weeks too, didn't he?
I hear he was in some sand dunes.
The question was, do you care how that works? And my point was, I had Mike Sherman, I had Mike McCarthy. Those are both offensive coaches. So while everybody wants to say, well, the defense, the offensive coaches get irritated when the offense struggles and doesn't get it done. And especially when you tailor drills, red zone, short yardage, that's built for the offense to have some success. And the fact that they didn't, other than field goals, I am certain Jeff Hafley's going to be super excited about it, and the head football coach is not. And then it comes back to you better respond to that. the defense is kicking our keister. That's how that will be looked at. And there's always that fine line. I think coaches are always a smidge happier if the offense is doing well, especially early in camp, because I think defensively you're always a little bit ahead. And when you add young players like Green Bay has to their kind of rotation, there's going to be some things that slip up, and that makes it a lot more difficult to be efficient when you're on offense.
Well, you are back. You took part in a lot of family nights. You know who Kevin Casevaharn is.
I do.
I'm not sure others do that are a little bit younger, so we will educate them because there was plenty of reason to bring up Kevin Casevaharn after the way things went on Saturday night. We'll talk about that coming up after Tausch tells us about Coors Light.
Oh, I drove by Golden, Colorado. Went to Red
stop
Rocks.
In?
They should have dropped you there while they went to the dunes.
I don't think I sent you the picture. I have a beautiful picture of my Blue Mountain Silver Bullet with the Red Rocks behind it, listening to a little Morgan.
Did your Airbnb not have internet
McCollum
or
something? Or Parker McCollum, whoever it was. But, man, did I have a night. Whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or having a fun time at the Red Rocks concert, you know it's going to be a cold Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light, brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So it is made to chill. It's always Coors Light in my hand. Doesn't matter if I'm in Colorado or Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company. Yeah, Golden, Colorado.
Parker McCollum, country artist.
Yeah, I wasn't. If I'm being perfectly honest, I didn't know a ton of his songs. A good concert, but it wasn't the best for me.
Okay. More with Mark Tauscher, our cousin sub of the day. It's Wilde and Tausch.
First of all, I love bringing this to the public.
The Rich Eisen Show.
NFC North, top to bottom. You could say this is the best this division has ever been.
Coming September 2nd on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Jim Rutledge here. It's officially camping season, which means I will be using my big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. What does that mean? It means it's a customized buying experience. If you're an expert and you know what you want, they're happy to let you take the lead. And if you have a ton of questions, Aaron, Tyler, and the whole team at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb will make sure they can answer them all. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Get your team ready and spend your fall evenings with MSCR on the basketball and volleyball courts. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Registration for Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues is now open. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming now for play beginning in early October at locations all around Madison. MSCR Sports Leagues offer fun for every level of player and welcome all participants. For more information and to register, go to mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
Hey, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network, and I've got a question for you. Is your home ready to shine this season? Whether it's roofing, siding, or windows, Ridgetop Exteriors is the name you can trust. For over 20 years, Ridgetop Exteriors has been Wisconsin's favorite for roofing, and they bring that same expertise to siding and windows. Imagine vibrant, low-maintenance siding and energy-efficient windows that brighten your home while cutting energy costs. Ridgetop Exteriors holds all expert-level installation credentials with the leading manufacturers, including Pella, James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding, and LP Smart Side Engineered Wood Siding. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a commitment to excellence, they're the clear choice for home improvement needs. Plus, consultations and estimates are always free, so there's no reason to wait. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com to schedule your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, putting customers first every time.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
All right. Yeah. We roll on from TPC, Wisconsin for the ESPN Madison Open, benefiting Mentoring Positives. Mark Tauscher back in the fold after the summer sabbatical. And in 2001, he was returning after starting 14 games as a rookie 7th-round pick from the University of Wisconsin. Goes out there for family nights. And a guy from Augustana College who was substitute teaching in South Dakota, playing in the XFL, steals the show.
Okay.
His name was Kevin Casevaharn. Take me back to that night. What do you remember?
I wouldn't have remembered anything, but I do know, and there's always these moments because when it's preseason football, you know, there becomes a lot of mundaneness to it. And there are guys that really make a mark. And I think the thing you're looking for from, you know, if you're a young player, undrafted, you know, don't have a ton of accolades on your resume, you're trying to get noticed. And how you get noticed, and I remember this, now that you bring it up, that Kevin Casevaharn picked off Favre and took it a house call. And we're all like, oh, who's that guy? Now, does that mean that he made the team? I don't believe he did.
He did not.
So for everybody that's talking, you know, the kid that had 3 picks, Omar had the 3 picks on Saturday. Oh, he's going to make the team. Well, what it does is it makes coaches and general managers and scouts look and say, huh, this is something. Maybe we need to see if he can continue to double down and validate what we saw when the lights are on. Because, you know, preseason football is not the thing that it used to be. But I do know this. There is a difference practicing at Clark Hinkle where everybody's cheering, and when you get the lights on and you see Jordan Love and Malik Willis on the other side of you, and you can go and kind of handle and compartmentalize and then go showcase yourself, you're going to earn more opportunities. Now, that seems to be a spot that, you know, who knows? Maybe he will be able to parlay this into a roster spot. But I love the story, and I'm guessing you, being Johnny's storyline, really is going to like it in the fact that you want to see guys rise up and give themselves these opportunities to live out their dream. You need to have nights like that because otherwise – you're buried on the third depth, and you could do something in a preseason game, and they're going to be like, wow, yeah, well, that guy's going to be working at UPS next week. Who cares? That's the narrative. This is, all right, and you do it early in camp to now hopefully give you more opportunities as you're playing the Jets and the Colts and everything else.
So Omar Brown joined in my opinion anyway, having covered every single family night that there's been, a group of 3 other guys that had magical moments. One was Kevin Casefaharn, who, while you're correct, he did not make the Packers roster coming out of camp.
He made the Bengals.
He ended up with the Bengals, and he had a 9-year NFL career, which is pretty remarkable. 2007, one of your close friends and teammates, Tramon Williams, was not Tramon Williams yet. He was some guy that was on the practice squad last year, like Omar Brown was for this team, and he picks off Aaron Rodgers and has a huge night. And every time Tim Van Voren from Fox 6 would ask him a question, Tramon would take the microphone from him because he'd never been interviewed but in a big market like Green Bay before. And then in 2010, Sam Shields had a 98-yard pick 6 against Matt Flynn. And again, he was an undrafted free agent who had spent most of his career at Miami at wide receiver. He ends up being your nickel guy by midseason and winning a Super Bowl as a rookie. And so it does matter. There are moments that matter. And you always talk about, those moments during your career where you showed that it wasn't too big for you. Now, I wrote about Xavier McKinney's leadership style today for Channel 3000 because while Omar Brown had every reason to be excited and Xavier McKinney walked by when he was doing interviews and he was chanting MVP, MVP, Xavier McKinney also pulled him aside on the sideline after his 3rd interception and said, hey, it's been a great night, but you haven't really done anything yet. We got a preseason game next Saturday. They've got a great safety room. They got tons of guys in there.
Yep.
So it's not exactly, he had 3 picks on family night, he's going to make the team, to your point.
Mm-hmm.
So when whether it was you personally or Tony Mall in San Diego shutting down Sean Merriman in a game, what's next? What do you have to do to make sure you're not just a cute Jason Wilde story to tell after family night and then you're never heard from again?
So the big thing is what happens during this is, there's always little jockeying with depth charts and with reps at practice. And I think one of the things you see from coaches a lot of times is you want to reward guys that are really showcasing themselves. And you want to, all of a sudden, whether it's Sam Shields or Tramon or any of the cases you just went through, maybe they're getting 3 reps at a practice per drill. All of a sudden, you know what? He's earned the right. Let's give him 5 or 6. And then you see, boy, he knows what he's doing. He's, he's got all of the stuff down. So you earn opportunities. That's what training camp is for everybody that's not starting or locked into their spot. I think he's going to earn more opportunities along the way.
Well, we will see how that plays out. I do want to get more into what happened at family night and kind of how things have played out on the offensive line while you've been gone, because
I've seen some things.
I thought that maybe
a little surprised by some things.
Well, I'm curious. I want to make sure that I get you filled in because I know that
I was texting you a little bit because I was very surprised by some of the movements.
But it turned out there was some interesting developments and some injury issues that have factored into that. We'll get into that coming up after Tausch tells us about American Family Insurance.
And, yes, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. What is today?
Today is
Monday the 4th.
Kids Corner Focus, the parking lot patio.
Sunday.
Make game day a dream for the whole family at the parking lot patio during Kids Day. Before first pitch, head to the clock tower entrance outside American Family Field and let the fun begin. From free face painting and temporary tattoos to photo ops, yard games, free giveaways, and live music from local DJs, it is the perfect pregame stop for families. Come early, have fun, make it a day to remember. All thanks to American Family Insurance.
That's Sunday.
That's my will. Did
August
you see that?
10th. You've been working on that while you were gone?
That's my Wilde. How you doing, buddy?
Great to have you back.
I don't know if that was very
It's week of 8-4. I just want to make sure we're correct
Yes,
on that.
week of 8-4. That is today.
All right, let's go. What's so funny?
It's great to have you back. We'll talk more about the Packers' offensive line next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
It reminds me of our 2016 year.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I think being the underdog is a great thing for Wisconsin football. I think this could be that year.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
In for Pablo Iglesias, I'm Jesse Nelson. Morale has been down for Wisconsin football fans since the end of last season, but appearing on ESPN Madison's Jim, Matt, and Molly, former Badgers running back Melvin Gordon has a message for fans getting ready to come to games at Camp Randall this season.
Just have faith. You not having any faith is not doing anything for our football team. That's not helping us win games. Come in early, be rooting early, be loud, find ways to help give us that advantage when people come into Camp Randall. The fans make the difference. They do.
Find the full interview with Melvin Gordon available on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open is also brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Starion Bank, Celebrations Entertainment, The Bogey Factory, Bruner Realty, and Hush Blackwell.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Every day is like a blank canvas. You know you can paint it any way you want it. You can draw a black cloud. You can make the sunshine color in a rainbow, or use black and white. Open up your eyes and your imagination. Come on, let's
Sabrina Carpenter bringing us back.
Not Sabrina Carpenter.
Why don't we play more Sabrina Carpenter? Tausch is a huge fan.
Well, a lot of her stuff's a little saucy for our.
What a great teaching pro right there. Best teaching pro in town right here. Travis. That right, Travis. There you go.
What is
the best? He's the best. He's a great teacher of the game.
Did he teach you?
No, he didn't, because I get screwed up and my hands get all combobulated. So
he's not only a great teacher, but he's smart enough to recognize a lost
yeah.
cause.
You don't want to put. You're only as good as your student, right?
I was a little offended. Someone on Twitter. So
you're not a little anything.
Thank you. John Audius and I played a round of golf at Camp Randall Stadium over the weekend. Upper Deck Golf was in town. They turned Camp Randall into a golf course. It was really awesome. So John and I
serve ice cream.
The voice of Badger volleyball.
No, but they advertised with us. Well, the event was
going. Great. That's all I'm asking.
Jeez. So we went and played on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I had 5 birdies, which means I got within 8 yards of 5
But you didn't
holes.
go putt.
No, but the way
this is like 9-pin bowling.
It
is.
No, it's 9-pin bowling.
It's a really good comp.
Yeah, 9-pin bowl.
Using a wedge from about 100 average.
Jeez, what the heck
you
was
just
that?
you wrecked our webcam.
Why are you throwing cords at my feet?
You wrecked our. Never mind. I'm gonna go fix that. You guys talk.
No, finish now, Jesse.
No one can see.
Somebody will get it. Just relax.
Let me get onto the YouTube channel. I want to see what it looks like now. What do we have?
There's nobody here.
Even do
I don't know. My foot kicked out and it grabbed it. And
Jesse's got to fix it.
Yeah.
It's not just doing like shots of those houses. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone, Jerry.
You broke it.
All right. Well, I'm still intrigued to hear about
Way
your
to go, Tausch.
birdie. That's on me. Spill
So
my coffee on
I had a
top of
really good day.
He is going to keep telling the story.
Jeez.
Oh,
now you're spilling.
What's going on?
You're stepping on your
God.
cord. You're spilling your coffee on your phone and on your glasses that have sand in them.
Oh, boy. Am I glad?
All of your reeds are covered in coffee. There's no cap on the coffee. Hunter's 15 minutes away, so it's not his fault.
No, this one's on me, Hunter.
I'm the most vindicated man in America right now.
This
If you
one's
had a
on me.
lid, it wouldn't be an
video.
issue.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Wow.
Train wreck.
We're gonna regather
have to
ourselves.
dry all these off. Coffee stained.
And I'm gonna take a
is going on around
moment
here?
to tell you about Associated Bank, whose customer service is way better than Tausch's is right now for our fans. Jesse's gonna go fix the video. Tausch is gonna soak up his Karuba coffee.
Jeez, it's
Get
all
it off
over my sheets. I can't blame anybody. It's all me, too. It's my fault. No, my binder. This binder's been with me since the show started. It's all wet, full of coffee.
If only you had a lid.
Yeah. I was just getting too smart talking, too. That's on me.
Joe Thomas would have never made that mistake. And and if you've made the mistake of going to a lesser bank, make the change and fix it now by going to Associated Bank. Their customer service is second to none. You'll find that they have great perks, including early pay, which gives you access to your money up to 2 days early. We look like we're on the surface of the sun now because of what you've done to the video.
Yeah, I screwed up. That's on me.
They've got early pay. They've got credit monitoring. They've got fraud protection. They've got Packers checking. They've got Brewers checking. They've got Badger checking.
Boy.
They've got everything you need and more. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch live from the ESPN Madison Open at TPC, Wisconsin. Continues next. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What is up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. What are the big training camp battles to watch? Well, the ESPN NFL Nation reporters answer that question for all 32 NFL teams. You can head over to ESPN.com to read that full article, and that's where you can go to stay up to date on all of your Green Bay Packers news as well. On to Major League Baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers got their brooms out in D.C. over the weekend as they swept the Washington Nationals. Milwaukee set a franchise record 56 hits in a 3-game series on their way to that sweep of Washington. The Brew Crew stay on the road, though, as they start a 3-game series at the Atlanta Braves starting tonight. Quinn Priester will be on the mound for Milwaukee. He comes into tonight at 10-2 on the season with a 3.27 ERA. Coverage will start at 5:39 right here on 100.5 ESPN Madison. First pitch at 6:15.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Well-oiled machine that is Wilde and Tausch. Sooner or later, or maybe 5 minutes early, the start of the 10 o'clock hour begins now. You're going to need your reads to be reprinted moving forward.
Maybe. Yeah, that was something. I will say this. I don't know how you guys managed the clock while I was gone, but we have never, in the 9+ years we've been doing this show, been early to a 10 o'clock hour before this.
So you're going to take credit for doing that.
So I did trip on. I don't know. Again, I'm going to like Jason.
So
you
let
said,
me set the scene here.
I
okay?
screwed up.
So it started with Tausch stepping on the cord for the video camera,
and that pulled the thing out.
And it not only disconnected the video, but it spun the laptop around.
But it didn't fall off its axis,
which is impressive for that thing.
Very strong
so
axis.
that happens.
Yep.
Tausch recognizes that something has gone awry, decides to stand up.
I don't know what that was going to do to help it.
Absolutely nothing.
He's going over there to fix it. Stands up, but is standing on top of his cord for his headphones.
And that ricocheted
and
broke.
Flying off his head,
Yes.
hit his Karuba coffee,
That
which
is correct.
of course not capped.
Yes.
No,
Coffee spills all over his phone, his reeds, his Tito sunglasses that have sand in them. So now they have sand and they have coffee in them.
Yeah.
And so I thought that the smartest play was to just
you did good.
Take a break.
Yep, take a beat.
Take a beat.
Grab a snack.
Grab a coffee. Spill it all over the place, and then come back for the 10 o'clock hour.
Yeah, you illustrated that really well. So I stood up, and I was just talking about how I haven't spilled my coffee, and then the headset pulls off because I stepped on it, knocking the coffee over onto my well-groomed sheets and binder and phone, and I think you wisely took a break. So, yes, that did all happen. And I'm going to trim it up. It's all me. I'm not blaming anybody. Mm-hmm. Are we on a huge slant with bugs flying around my ears?
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying we are. Like, those are facts.
This is not a huge slant.
But it's slanted.
It is a mild slant. And I don't understand
7
how it
degrees at
factored in
most.
to you stepping on your own cord of your head.
It's on me. But there are some outliers.
But there are extenuating circumstances
Yes.
that it's not really on
This
me.
is true, too. Both things can be true.
Okay.
Justin in Janesville on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin
Yeah.
Talking text line. Tausch, if a librarian hits her head, she has no one to blame but herself.
That's good. I like that. That's fun. That's fun.
I'm also being told in the YouTube comments that Jesse and I are very quiet and your mic is very loud.
Yeah, that's not shocking. That's kind of how this goes.
So it's been a bit of a struggle. So for those of you over the 300 mark on the ESPN Madison
Well,
YouTube
let's
channel,
go.
Welcome in, everyone.
Watching live right now, so thanks to you. We are working on improving the overexposure of the video as well, which is certainly a factor. But I'm just glad we've got the video back. We'll address
figure all that out.
The fact that we're
in the
on
next
is
segment.
half the battle here.
All right, I do want to talk offensive line with you because you were gone for multiple developments.
And I'll just preface this by saying this. So obviously we have discussed this ad nauseum throughout the offseason. I didn't text you guys, and you guys, thankfully, you didn't send me show sheets and all. It was really nice, Jesse, so I could decompress. But when I saw one of your buddies tweet something out about Elton Jenkins, I basically said, yeah,
You
we
did
didn't
text me for that.
We didn't play this game, but Eleanor wanted to. It was in my favorite rom-com. You guys remember my favorite rom-com?
Yerp or Nerp?
No, rom-com, the movies.
Oh, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Best rom-com in the history of
Right,
rom-com.
but I didn't know there was a game in that show.
No, there is a game that they're playing, and this is where they fall in love. They end up falling in love because they're playing, and the parents are sitting there, and it's like blank, 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 BS for the folks. And that's
why are you blanking the bowl?
Because I just want to blank it.
Blank.
And that's when old girl.
It's confusing.
That's when
you do
old
it
girl and the guy's farting and everything else. She's like, "Oh, it's just so homey, it feels so good." And that's when they fell in love and all the other stuff. Great rom-com.
Never seen it.
When I saw that storyline unfolding with Elton Jenkins,
the storyline that you're referring to is that at one point during a 12-minute interview session at his locker, which he's in one of the corners, which is not the most convenient location in the new locker room, by the way.
How do we like the new locker room?
It's luxurious.
No.
The lockers are
You lose
not,
a little grit.
The lockers
lose a
are
little grit in
not.
there?
No, I don't know about that. The lockers are not. They're kind of narrow
Ooh, I don't
because
like
they
that.
did away. They did away with the Green Mile.
Yep.
So everybody's in there. Also, I don't understand how
But
it
it's
works.
new, right? This is
It
a new. This isn't like a renovated space.
No, it is renovated. It's expanded each end, but it is on the same footprint.
Did they make it into
It's
a
just
football
larger.
still?
It's still football-y,
right.
a little less oblong, a
Okay.
little more streamlined.
Sure.
But my understanding is there's only 81 lockers, so I don't know where they got 90 guys on the team. I don't know where those other guys are.
Yeah, it's
not
tough.
really clear. But to get back
By
to
the
the
way,
point,
every player wants a wider locker.
yeah, and they're not really open lockers. They've got chairs, and then the back of the chair folds in so you can access your clothing behind it, and the bottom of the
Yeah.
chair lifts up for your shoes.
Yeah, I was built in the right era. I'm not built for that.
Yes. Well, when
Skinny,
you started,
thin seats. That's like middle seats on an airplane. No, I'm
they are
good.
not. They are not as
Let
wide
me
as
spread
I
out.
expected.
Did they widen them out for the O-line?
Nope.
Make them a little
They're
bigger?
all the same uniform. Everybody gets the same ones.
That's not how the world works. but okay.
So Elton's in the corner, does 12 minutes, talks about the contract and,
Sure.
and what he was looking for. Talks about the situation he's in, and and acknowledging that they tend to get rid of guys after they celebrate their 30th birthday. But at one point he did say, it was not the primary thing he said, but it was among the things he said, that he stayed away from the off-season program. His family situation had changed slightly. He wanted to spend more time with them. It could be true that he did want to spend more time with his family, and he thought his contract sucked and he wanted it addressed. He didn't say it was the only reason he stayed away. So
Sure.
when you saw that, it perked your ears up, and even though you were on vacation, you texted us.
Yeah, because obviously, I'm not going to say you reported things, but on this show you brought some stuff up.
Oh, no, we
and
reported things.
You brought some stuff up, and people were like, "You're an idiot," blah, 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 and then people had to apologize because then Elton didn't show up, and blah, blah, blah. And this isn't hard to understand. Money is what drives this business. It is. And when people feel like they have any type of leverage or need to get some sweeteners in their contract, they find ways to try to enforce that. And how I read this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because you've had more conversations with people, but Elton wanted a new deal. He wanted stuff done. Zach Tom wanted a new deal. Zach Tom got a new deal. Got a big, fat, nice contract. And by the way, Green Bay, kudos to you for signing him early. Still don't understand. Anybody ever asked Steno about that competition?
We did not follow up.
You guys are
on
so
it.
soft.
Well, we asked.
Just ask him. You got to get a laugh out of it.
We did. Well, again, as I've told you, I'm not great at jumping in. So I missed the window. But I did ask. I did ask Zach and asked him.
To jump in all the time and make snood comments under your breath.
Snood comments? Is that
you're
snide and rude combined?
You're a snood underbreath, underbreath guy. All right, continue.
Anyway, I want to correct something. Elton Jenkins was not looking for a lucrative contract extension.
He wanted some sweeteners.
He wanted money in 2026 to be guaranteed. So he knew he'd be here for 2 years, and then if they decided to tell him to take a long walk off
on a year where he is switching positions and there's a lot of unknowns. Yep.
Yes. So you were surprised or not surprised that the Packers did?
No. I'm not surprised at all that Green Bay is just sitting, because Green Bay, from a just being smart standpoint, they're saying, well, let's see. And if something happens, they've been burned a little bit signing old guys in the O-line. Like D-Bach, you can say what you want. D-Bach, great player, blows his knee out, and a lot of money got pumped down there that, he was unable to play. Elton Jenkins, they want this to go year to year, and they want to see how it goes. Elton has every right to not do that. I guess, why now? And if I'm asking Elton, it's like, well, what was the conversations that were had? I'm guessing Green Bay basically was just saying, listen, man, we just want you to play center this year, and we'll figure it out. We're not going to do anything. We're not doing any sweeteners. We're not doing anything else. You're going to be here. You're going to show up. You're going to play ball. And then after, and if that happens, we'll find something else out. But we're not redoing your deal. That's not what and how we go about our business. And Elton has to then think, do I want to get fined and not make any money while I'm sitting here? Or do I just embrace this and say, a lot like, maybe Devontae or players in the past that have had some, high credibility, really good resumes, and they get to that certain point and they're not feeling like they get what they want. The thing with Elton here, and this is where I always thought it was going to be a little tricky, is he's getting paid guard money. So he's getting paid, well, he is.
Yeah, but his salary for this year is $11 million.
Okay, what was his bonus? And
right.
So that's
I understand. But that money, again, he's definitely overpaid for next year. No one would debate that.
He's not going to be paid next year.
He's not going to. Right. And that's the issue, is that he's saying, look, you're not going to pay me this money anyway, so what can you do for me? Again, that ship has sailed. The important piece that we need to add here, though, is that he is moving positions. And basically what he said to himself was, I can't stay on the sideline. I need the work so I can go out there and play well at my new position. So then when I go to a new team after this year because they decide to move on from me,
so
I have a good resume because I played well.
So Elton, just so we all understand this, Elton lost this battle. He didn't get what he wanted.
He totally lost.
And he is going to try to make the best of this situation. Green Bay, you can't give in to players every time. The Cowboys with Zach Martin did that, and you know what? Zach Martin's a Hall of Fame player. I understand you want to do that. But in this case, what are they going to do now if Elton plays great football? Elton is going to be much more apt to say, blank you, I'm going to go get paid somewhere else. The beautiful thing from Green Bay's standpoint is they could tag him as a center next year. That's another option that they could have.
No, he's got another year of his contract left.
They're not.
Oh, boy. There's a cute,
cute
rascal coming your way.
Man, Bucky just drilled me with his nose. Oh, Bucky, you rascal. Oh. Bucky, you're the best.
What's up, Bucky?
You are a cute little fella. Yep. He did just drill me in the back of the head. Son of a gun, Bucky. You're a
Badger on Badger crime.
feisty rascal today. God, I might have to go get checked. Get concussion protocol after that. That nose is hard.
No,
he drilled me with his nose. Oh, Bucky.
Stacey
What was I
Bruner,
thinking?
what are you doing?
Bucky at the ESPN Madison Open.
All right, you bring up a good point. This is going to be Elgton Jenkins' last season in Green Bay. If Green Bay isn't going to pay him top of the dollar for the center position, if he has. So there's a lot of variables that are in play. Obviously, Elgton now has to bet on himself. And if you're Elgton, are you looking at this more, if I have a great season, are you going to be more open to saying, well, I proved it to you, Green Bay, or are you going to say blank off, I'm going to go get paid somewhere else?
So here's my question for you. Let's say he plays well.
Oh, what the?
It's been kind of a rough return to play for you.
I don't understand Bucky on that. I hope we don't have our UW credit union read right away. I need a couple beats. Let's move that to the end of the show.
I was thinking that was the perfect time to do it. But
Well, what about now? I'm
different.
dealing with the concussion protocol.
Different reasons why you switched to EW Credit Union now.
Hey.
So my are you going to be able to continue?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so
I'll power through like I'm a football player in the 80s and 90s when we didn't have concussion tests.
If he plays well,
yeah,
but he has a $24 million cap number.
Yeah,
for
they're not
next
paying
year,
him that.
What are they doing? They're just going to move. You're telling me that even though, let's say he plays at a Pro Bowl level at center, you're telling me they're going to move on from him anyway?
No. What I'm saying is,
what are they going to do then?
They're going to have to pay him top dollar as a center and give him the deal that they're not going to give him. So there is no way that next year's salary is going to be on the books.
Not the way it's structured.
It is
currently.
not happening.
No,
so
agreed.
what Elton's going to do, he's going to play, and hopefully he plays great football, and then Green Bay is going to look at it and say, well, we really want to keep him and have him. But you know the Goodnator. I think he's going to want to still go year to year and keep it very skinny deal.
The day after Christmas.
So I would say the odds after this played out and Green Bay decided not to what we both thought would make the most sense, spread it out, not even adding a ton more money, putting some guarantees and giving him 2 years to play, and then after that you let him go. That is how I thought this would play out. This did is sped up the clock for Elgton Jenkins to play this season and then go somewhere else. That's what this did.
Yeah, and 4 or 5 years from now, if Zach Tom continues to play the way he has, he's going to be facing age 30 and a third contract, and they're going to cycle him out too if Goody's still in charge. That's what they're going to do. That's what they believe. So that is not surprising. What I do want to get to on the offensive line front is the left tackle battle, because that, while you were gone.
How do you think, and you have a good relationship with Elton, so I don't want you to do any breaching of confidence. Is he pissed off?
I think down deep inside he is, yeah.
You think down deep, or is it surface level?
No, I thought he did a great job of hiding.
Well, yeah, but he can play. Listen, man, we're all smart. He's a veteran, smart guy,
right? And I don't think
he's not going to come out guns blazing. This is BS. I'm guessing he's doing all the right things surface level. Give me just a little taste of, what does it go, crust, mantle? Give me a little mantle.
So I think what he is doing is channeling his, this is BS, this is blank.
Yep.
Into, I'm going to play my blank off.
Yep.
And play really blank and well. And then they're going to either pay me or they're not. And quite frankly, I don't want them to pay me. I want somebody else to pay me.
Do you know how difficult, and I agree with you, by the way, but
like Devontae Adams did in 2021.
And that's when people say, just be a pro. That is really easy to say, but it is really difficult when you have these conversations with people.
You want to feel appreciated.
And they tell you, I don't know, we'll see. That's where you try to avoid these, and I know it happens in this business because it is tough. But that's the case where you have to try and figure it out, and Elton is going to be pushed, I think, because he's got the new position and because he wants to get that last big deal, it can work. But do I feel as if he is going to be as fully vested in what is going on when they have told him this is your last year? We saw it with other players that play the offensive line. I ain't going to bring any names up. But it is not the easiest thing to just deal with that and then move it along. I think Elton has the right mindset. He has made good money already, so that helps. But there's no doubt he wanted this contract to be adjusted. The Packers told him no. And if you don't think that puts a little bit of strife in a relationship, hopefully Elton's professionalism will wear completely on. He will be a pro. There's no doubt about it. He's not going to be – he ain't going to – I would feel this. I feel very confident. He ain't going to show up on a Wednesday and they're saying Elton's taking the week off. That ain't going to happen.
I'm curious how this will play out. I feel like Elton is going to take the high road. I don't have any doubt about that. At the same time,
yeah, that's the crust. I'm going back into science.
Right. I know.
Tell me the man. Hey, I know you know a little Mantle.
I thought I did.
You don't know Mantle?
I thought I told you the Mantle.
You did.
Like he's undeniably angry about this.
Irritated.
Just like Davante Adams was. But again, at some point when they say that, you have to make a decision. Like, what am I going to do about it? Like, here's my question. Is Terry McLaurin going to get traded?
No.
Is Micah Parsons going to get traded?
Maybe.
What ultimately they're going to end up doing is having missed a bunch of camp.
You ever do that where you wave and you think the person's waving to you and then you have to turn around and look to see if there's somebody behind them?
You may be concussed.
Bucky hit me pretty good. Not used to a ton of physical contact.
Going to have to go thank Bucky
about
later.
To bring a Coors Light golf bag to hit you over the head with next.
Yeah.
That
might be the most physical Bucky we've seen.
Well,
it smells good.
Yeah.
What is that? Well, anyways, so the Elton Jenkins piece of it, I think the question would be how long could he have sat out with his back injury? The fact that he didn't wait till after
without
pads,
adversely affecting, too, his ability to adjust to a new position.
It's a real conundrum.
It's a great word.
What is Green Bay going to do, though? Would Green Bay have been content sitting there just fining him and letting him go and then not having him as center?
Well,
because I heard Jordan Love say, we need to work.
Right. I don't know. And I don't know what would have happened had he pushed it harder because they're the ones who put him on the non-football injury list with a back injury.
Yep.
So he was covered there. Like he could have kept saying, oh, my back, because they did put him on that list. If they'd have passed him on his physical and he was, for lack of a better term, faking in their opinion,
him.
Then things get ugly.
So do you think there was a conversation like, Elton, we're not doing it, get your butt to work, and let's just figure it out, and then Elton kind of had to make the decision, this is in my best interest? Is that how it played out? All right, that's what I figured. I was surprised it didn't last a little bit longer. That's all.
And just for Michael in the YouTube comments, Russ Ball handles the negotiating. Brian Gutekunst decides who gets signed and who
100%.
doesn't.
Russ
Ball is not deciding whether they're going to pay Elton Jenkins. He's deciding how they're going to structure deals.
Brian Gutekunst goes to Russ Ball, figure it out, get Elton Jenkins signed for a couple years. You do the math on it. We want him for 2 years of guarantees, and then he can be a free agent. Elton Jenkins' contract would have been reworked. Period. Fin.
Correct. So, all right, I want to shift gears to the left tackle job because of Elton Jenkins' back problems, and then Aaron Banks had some back problems. They were a little short-handed on the interior, and now Sheedo, as they call him in the brand-new locker room, Rasheed Walker, now he's got a groin issue. So he's not practicing. And I got to say, the first-round pick from last year, he looked okay in one-on-ones on family night. Not so great in 11-on-11 on family night. So we need to have a conversation about the left tackle position. Two GOAT Badgers, one after another. Devin and then Bucky all in one fell swoop for us.
I hope Devin doesn't come and hit me in the back of the head like Bucky did.
I kind of hope she does.
Devin Robinson of the Badger Volleyball.
I know you do.
Because core values are an important piece of what we do here at Wilde and Tausch, and core values are also an important piece to any successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified. They're a Future 50 winner. They're top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert by building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So, set up a free packaging and supply assessment at lakelandsupply.com. More Wilde and Tausch live from TPC, Wisconsin at the ESPN Madison Open. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, and I am so excited to tell you about what I've cooked up with the team at Pizza Hut. Well, I've been telling you for a long time about how much I love Pizza Hut, not only now, but also going back to when I was a kid. Well, Pizza Hut's taking us back to those childhood memories with a special Throwback Thursday event in Platteville. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday, August 7th, enjoy special throwback prices at Pizza Hut in Platteville. A medium one-topping pizza for just $6.50. 8 boneless wings, just 65 cents a piece. Breadsticks and cinnamon sticks, just $1.34. Fountain drinks, just 77 cents each. And a large one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $11. I'll be hanging out with some special guests from noon to 2 after the Wisconsin football practice, so stop by, enjoy discounted throwback prices, and enter for a chance to win a signed jersey or pizza for a year. Throwback Thursday at Pizza Hut, Thursday, August 7th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., exclusively at Pizza Hut in Platteville. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
I'll be your light, your match, your burning sun. I'll be the bright and black that's making you run, and we'll feel alright. We'll feel alright, 'cause we'll work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out. And I'll be doing this if you ever die.
I believe we're on the cusp of our shotgun start here at TPC Wisconsin.
Yeah, 26 minutes yet.
ESPN Madison Open. I don't know. I see a lot of bags loaded up. I see golfers.
Golf.
11 a.m. shotgun this morning at TPC.
You told us it was earlier.
I lied. 11 a.m. shotgun.
So it's 26 minutes.
That just turns out I read the rundown. 11 a.m.
But you didn't read it when we asked you what time the start was.
Oh, that's when I read it. I guessed.
Oh.
I did that thing where you asked something.
Actually,
I
think it's 36 minutes. If it's 10:24, it'd be 36 minutes.
Correct.
Right? I was wrong by 10.
Excellent, Matt.
10 piece off.
Well, you do have a concussion.
Maybe.
All right, so I wanted to get to this because you are our resident expert, at least when we don't have Bulaga, about offensive line play.
I'm not going to. I was going to throw a dig back at you, but I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Am I right?
He's our expert reporter when we don't have Domovsky. Is that what you were going to go with?
I was going to go. I was going to go a little bit different than that, but I'm not. I won't because I'm not going to be.
Gosh, you're nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Be that as it may, Jordan Morgan for the first week of camp because Elton was not yet out there. Then he was out there for a little bit.
Family stuff.
Yeah. And then Aaron Banks with some back problems.
Aaron Banks, am I right?
Not bad.
No,
not bad.
Don't give him that.
Well, I can't give him a hard time with a obviously joke line about Bulaga without having to have him cut off a potential dig.
Though.
Well, but you made sure you told just like, oh, there's a lot of cords under here. It's not my fault, but it's all my fault. But all these cords. What is Jordan Morgan up against?
I don't know.
When he spends a week at guard and then goes to left tackle, now we think he's finally getting an opportunity to show what he's capable of, which he is in one way, but it's not like there was a shift in the depth chart. It turned out that Rasheed Walker dropped out of practice on Thursday with this groin injury, didn't practice Friday, didn't practice on family night. I don't even know if he's going to practice tomorrow when we're back at an actual open practice. So now Jordan Morgan's gotten a bunch of work at left tackle, and he did not look good on Saturday night. Lucas Van Ness, dare I say, ate his lunch.
Lunch eater. That's why Jesse's here. Lunch eating.
That is why.
Yeah, I think there's – it's not obviously it's not easy playing left tackle in the NFL. It's a whole different animal. And I think for Jordan Morgan, last year with the injuries and playing guard, he didn't get because everybody's going to be saying, well, he's in his second year, he should be stronger, he should be all this stuff, he should be better. He hasn't gotten a ton of the work there. And I thought it was interesting when the whole open competition, he's a first-round pick. They want him to play. He has to go out and prove that he can. The fact that Lucas Van Ness, as you so eloquently put, ate his lunch, that is not obviously a good development for him. I think he is trending towards being the sixth guy this season. I think Rasheed Walker, and he's going to get these opportunities if Sheed is still hurt. Sheedo, if he is hurt, then he's going to get more opportunities, and he is going to need to play really well in these preseason games because he's going to get work. And if he isn't playing well in preseason against 2s and 3s, then you're really going to open it up and say that I said this offseason, and this is the unfair part about being a first-round pick. You don't have the luxury of taking time and developing. You get a year, maybe. You don't get 2. And he is going to be under really heavy criticism if he is not one of the 5 starters for this season. And then in turn, Goody gets criticized. I don't know if his talent, until he can showcase it, everybody believes he's got all of the intangible thing, all of the tangible things. Now it is, can he play? And playing left tackle ain't playing right guard. It's different. I ain't writing him off because Lucas Van Ness grabbed a couple sandwiches from him on Saturday night, but it certainly puts the antennas up as if saying this thing is trending towards him being the 6th guy again after what happened last year.
So I understand you always tell us that the expectation game matters, and A.J. Hawk is always the example you use.
Yep.
Right? Top 5 pick. had a really good NFL career, but not good enough for the top 5 pick, basically, is how people view him.
Yeah. Even though he is the leading tackler in the history of the organization and has went on to have the most lucrative and maybe best media career of any former Green Bay Packer. Continue.
If he is the 6th man, Jordan Morgan, not A.J. Hawk. First of all, he's not going to not play because, as you know all too well, you never go through 17 games with all 5 starters starting all 17 games. And even if it's Elton at center who breaks a chin strap or breaks a shoelace, because that's how I've been taught to describe injury situations by Campy, because he doesn't want to ever say a guy gets hurt.
Yep.
So breaks a shoelace or breaks a chin strap, and Elton's got to come out. They're moving Sean Ryan, and then they're bringing Jordan Morgan in to his spot instead. I love Bucky, and he didn't give me a concussion.
Not yet.
Yeah,
that's
very
even
gentle,
better.
very gentle, Bucky.
Although his head is not small, that's for sure. So is it that big of a deal?
Did the nose chip come from him barreling
that
into
must
my
have
head?
been what got you. Yeah.
I can see how that hurts.
Hey,
He's
Bucky,
hard-nosed like the
wrap him
football
in the
team.
back of the head with your nose and just see. Jason didn't think that it hurt.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
You're soft.
It's true. I'm not.
So is it that big of a deal if he's the 6th man? Like you said that there's going to be a lot of criticism for it, but realistically,
it'll be disappointing. Yes, you don't draft a guy in the first round and then have him be a backup for 2 or 3 years.
I hope people are getting photos of this. I want a photo of
Bucky's
me
great.
with Bucky. No, I don't see any camera people anywhere.
So I'm just saying, here's what will happen. That narrative will be Jordan Morgan is, I don't want to use the B word, but that is what people are going to look at it and say he hasn't been able to crack the lineup when they've given him opportunity after opportunity. Bucky's physical today, I'm trying to tell you. He is a physical specimen.
It's kind of like Packers camp.
So I don't think, from my perspective, I understand. Jeez. It's going to be, he's going to be labeled that way. I don't know if that's fair, but that's the reality of being a first-round pick. What are you hearing, Buck? Yep. Yeah, I know. What are we thinking? Big thumbs up for a monster season or just a great season? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Bucky.
In which sport?
Well, he just pointed to my football hat, so I was assuming you were saying football.
Okay. I hope he's right. That would be great if he's right. It feels like, even though it's time to tell us about Quick Trip, I feel like now's the time for you to tell us about UW Credit Union.
Yeah,
because
we'll do
this
that.
cute rascal that is on your Bucky card is right here next to you.
And for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They help you reach your financial goals. And people ask me why I joined UW Credit Union. Why I love the local banking, love member first service, love the great perks. But you know what? Between you and me, it's this cute little rascal. Look at him. Yeah, Bucky, you old cute little rascal. That's why I have Bucky on my card. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your card like I did with Bucky on. Federally insured by NCUA.
You should hold your
Terms
card
and
up
conditions
with
apply.
the numbers.
I should.
Numbers facing the
I'll
camera.
give you my Social Security number, too.
More Wilde and Tausch with and without Bucky. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Get your team ready and spend your fall evenings with MSCR on the basketball and volleyball courts. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Registration for Madison School and Community Recreation's adult fall volleyball and basketball leagues is now open. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming now for play beginning in early October at locations all around Madison. MSCR Sports Leagues offer fun for every level of player and welcome all participants. For more information and to register, go to mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. ESPN Madison Open also brought to you by Badgerland Exteriors, Annex Wealth Management, Sunday Paper, Incredible Bank, Borikov Osman LLC, and Retirement Income Strategies.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? Discover TPC Wisconsin, an instant classic in the heart of the Midwest. With a course co-designed by Steve Stricker and PGA Tour Designs, it's the 13th and newest TPC Network golf club in the world. Other high-quality amenities include a short game practice area, athletic performance center, and meeting and dining facilities, plus membership benefits that reach around the globe. Schedule a tour at tpcwisconsin.com and start your journey to a lifetime of priceless golf.
We're on the Badgers.
All of these folks that put these projections into the world, I don't think they have them winning 6 games.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
Let this team prove that these projections are bunk.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
We roll on live from the ESPN Madison Open. Everyone's having trouble with cords today, even Bucky.
What are we going to do if Bucky rips the thing down like I did and spills coffee all over everything? Oh, you can't get mad at Bucky.
No, and quite frankly, I think he would Truman up more than you did.
Oh, just with body language?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably true.
Pretty clear, yeah. I mentioned Lucas Van Ness, and we talked about what we saw on family night from Jordan Morgan. What about the flip side? Maybe Lucas Van Ness is finally blossoming.
This is one of the things that you've been hearing a lot about throughout camp, is that he's figuring it out. You heard Hafley mention that. You got to put it on there, big fella.
It only goes so. He's got kind of a big head.
I understand. He got a big melon.
And a very hard nose, as we learned.
It's in that he's in that second year under the system, third year overall, and I think being able to figure out He's got a bull rush, and then he can go with the arm down. You can start swimming. Like, you start working different pass rush moves. You get the power move here, and then you get him off kilter. Bucky's pretty strong. I'm gonna break this chair if you keep doing that. So that is what you're looking for, is adding some layers to what I've said from the jump. He is strong as a bull. And when you have that, and you have the O-line have to sit back on it, that's when you need to make the counters and be able to win the one-on-ones. And it sounds like he had some success the other night. I don't know. Was it all power? Jordan Morgan has to show that he can take on power. Every good defensive end is going to say, all right, let me see if you're a power rusher. Let me see you handle my power, and then I can adjust off of that.
He got the better of Anthony Belton as well, who also got some time when they pulled Zach Tom for a while.
Yep.
His work night was over. I don't think he had an injury, but again, we won't find out until tomorrow when we have practice again. The bottom line is that if he has taken a huge step forward, that is a huge difference maker for their defense.
And then you can move him inside. You can kind of shuffle guys around. That was the big complaint last year. When you're playing against the big boy teams, the Lions, the Vikings, the Eagles, can you win one-on-ones? You think he can? We hope so.
Even though he's a Hawkeye.
He's a Hawkeye. You like the Hawkeyes? No, it's a tough day down in Iowa City last year, though. I ain't going to lie to you. Yeah. That would be a good add to this group. And I think Lucas Van Ness, he's a big, strong dude. Again, first-round pick. It sometimes takes a while. It seems as if, at least throughout the first week and a half of this, that maybe that light switch is flipped on.
All right, I want to get into next because I know Bucky's got other commitments.
I don't think he does. I think Bucky might be sitting here all day.
I'm hoping Bucky has other commitments.
That's
well,
he
that
kind
would
of
be an
is.
upgrade. Yes, exactly. But the buzzword of camp, both in a negative way and in a positive way, we need to do this more, is physicality.
Yep.
That has obviously been something that has been.
It's back sore.
I thought maybe he was doing like a Bob Knight throw the chair thing. He's doing a headstand. Seems like a good time to tell us about Quick Trip.
This does? So I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what we got going on here, but I know this. Are you ready?
Slants is a real problem for the headstand.
Are you ready to climb to the top this summer? Well, gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit now through August 17th. Play every day for free in the Quick Rewards app. You can get all the way up to each week. The cash prize climbs by $5,000, stacking higher and higher until somebody hits the ultimate prize at $250,000. That is cash money. Open the Quick Rewards app and start climbing. The view from the top is worth every play. And you know what? While you're in the store, bananas, jumbo onions, baking potatoes, 29 cents a pound, plus assorted chips and popcorn. Oh, 2 for $4. That's nice. From fuel to free air to clean restrooms, Quick Trip has you covered. Download the Quick Rewards app today for every purchase and for ordering ahead. Quick Trip, we'll see you next time.
We roll on now without Bucky. So Bucky's got his own handler? Is that how that works?
I'm not sure what Bucky was getting physical.
The physicality there was a perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about.
He was getting super physical, and I'm not going to lie to you. Kind of wanted to get after Bucky a little bit. Bucky was plucky today.
We're going to talk about physicality, not Bucky's.
What was he doing on my computer?
I don't know, but
I'm really sure he joined a Teams meeting.
That is not what was up before.
I don't know what Bucky's up to, but there's some weird wacky stuff on your browser.
The shotgun start is now 17 minutes away. We will get to that, but more Wilde and Tausch conversation about the Packers next, so stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Sleep better with Tempur-Pedic at Steinhoffels. Queen hybrids from $52 per month plus $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Shop now in-store or online.
In for Pablo Iglesias, I'm Jesse Nelson. Morale has been down for Wisconsin football fans since the end of last season, but appearing on ESPN Madison's Jim, Matt, and Molly, former Badgers running back Melvin Gordon has a message for fans getting ready to come to games at Camp Randall this season.
Just have faith. You not having any faith is not doing anything for our football team. Come in early. Be loud. Find ways to help give us that advantage when people come into Camp Randall. The fans make the difference. They do.
Find the full interview with Melvin Gordon available on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Take your pick. Metro Ford Madison is bringing the heat this summer. Now through August 4th, get 0% APR financing for 48 months on the 2024 Ford F-150, Escape, Bronco, Expedition, or the 2025 Ford Explorer. $20.83 cost per $1,000 finance. And yes, you can defer payments for 90 days with approved credit. Hurry! Offer ends August 4th at Metro Ford of Madison. Browse our inventory at MetroFordofMadison.com. That's MetroFordofMadison.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Every regular season Friday home game at American Family Field, ticketed fans 21 and over who sit in the Miller Lite beer pen in the left field loge bleachers will receive a free Brewers can holder, courtesy of Miller Lite and Leinenkugels.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip.
Unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see, Green Bay is going to run this thing back, and you hope that these other guys will emerge.
Available in Apple and Android app stores. Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
We're on the Packers.
The last 4 or 5 games are going to be very difficult.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
But I still think they can get 11 wins out of this schedule.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
You've successfully run off Bucky. You're safe now. You're not going to sustain any further
I think he's
injuries.
Gonna be back.
No, I think last I saw him, he was putting.
Once the golfers go out at 11,
I got a hunch.
got nothing to do.
I got a hunch he ain't going anywhere.
He likes you.
He does. I'm sure he was just a little badger, just a little cub when you were playing, and he's looked up to you for a long time.
He's definitely a cub. I don't even know what that means.
I don't. Okay. Neither did I, so I'm glad to know.
Super.
The buzzword of camp, much like your interaction with Bucky, has been physicality.
Oh, it's Nate Hobbs in that costume.
There have been some times, and by the way, Nate Hobbs did not participate in Family
Well, he's
Night.
been taking guys out.
He's got a knee injury, and I don't have a whole lot of information on that. And obviously, as has been discussed frequently on this very program, he's a very physical player.
Yeah, real physical.
And sometimes you do damage to yourself by playing in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
So far in camp, he has been physical toward multiple receivers. There was some debate as to whether his hits on Marshawn Lloyd actually caused his groin injury or not. Bottom line is, Goody's point after he was asked about Nate Hobbs' behaviors, this is why we signed him. And I'd rather have to rein guys in than to have them be pushed to be more physical. You being the pro that you are, your last day before your sabbatical was the first day of practice.
Yep.
So you were gone for this. This became a thing, and there were camps. There were camps that were saying that Matt LaFleur is too soft because he's trying to rein in some
Jesse
of the
was saying that, I
physicality.
think.
I was not.
Now, I will say that Tucker Kraft did tell us, and I don't think anyone has asked LaFleur about this. Again, he does most of his press conferences during this program, which I am not going to miss for his 10-minute pressers, but that Tucker Kraft told us they're not allowed to stiff arm in camp.
What?
Not allowed to stiff arm guys.
Oh, really? You can't stiff arm guys?
Nope.
Oh.
You can't do it.
Why?
I don't know, because you can hurt somebody, I guess.
But you can tackle.
But no, they don't
And
do a
you
lot of
can-
tackling. They do a little bit of tackling. We
what
thought
that
you
is.
were Bucky.
I know what that
It
is.
is.
But then the other camp is good. This is exactly what they need, is to be more physical. And I had some conversations throughout the week with Xavier McKinney and with Lucas Van Ness and with Rashawn Gary and with some of the offensive linemen. And they, as you have said many times, and you are 1,000,000% right on this, that Philadelphia loss left some scars.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked out of that game thinking a number of things, including we got to be more physical.
Yes.
And so that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. And again, I don't have a
But
problem.
then how do you balance that with I'm not going to let you stiff arm anybody?
Right. So I think they have, quote, rules of engagement. And Nate Hobbs has gone over the line a couple times in those rules of engagement. At the same time, LaFleur is trying to find the medium of, all right, we've issued this edict. We need to be more physical. How are we going to do that without having guys suffer injuries because we're being too physical with each other in practice?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why having 3 preseason games, having 2 joint practices around the corner is so important. Because at least now when you're putting out that physicality, you won't be hurting your own guys by doing it.
I think it's a really thin needle to thread.
I agree.
Because you want to be physical. You can't just flip a switch and say, let's do it. That's the first I've heard of the no stiff arms. You have to play football to play football. And if you want to be a physical, dominant front, you got to practice it. And I understand that you don't want to get guys hurt. You can control some things, especially up front. I don't want guys live tackling and barreling at guys' knees. I'm not interested in that.
Correct.
But as far as letting it rip, and Philadelphia, their defensive line embarrassed Green Bay's offensive line. And now there are injuries at play, but that was why we saw Goody handle himself the way he did, because he couldn't watch that. And now you're trying to build – the NFL is a copycat league. Who won the championship? How'd they do it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how they did it, they had a lot of depth and they had a great offensive line and a great defensive line, and they were able to generate pressure with 4 people. That's how they won a championship. You can say Saquon. Well, Saquon had 1,300 some odd yards without ever being touched, as you've said on this show 100 times. That's what Green Bay is trying to get. And for me, I would much rather you see it the other way, where you're hardening guys up and you're pushing the envelope from a physicality standpoint, if indeed that is the identity you want. Every team wants it, but you have to do it. There is no replacement for that. you can't just do a bunch of walkthroughs and jog-throughs and then say come September 9th or whatever day Green Bay's playing Detroit, September 7th, and you can't say, all right, guys, now we're going to go hit. Well, it doesn't work like that. You better build. And that's where Detroit, when you go back and look at the Hard Knocks with Dan Campbell, and guys are getting physical, and they're saying, I promise you, this is what it needs to be. He was right. You have to practice. If that is what you want to have, you have to do it. And you'd have to tell me if that's what's going on.
So I do think that their commitment is real to being more physical. I think, we'll see what tomorrow and Wednesday's practices look like, but those have been advertised to us by Matt LaFleur as being heavy workload, grind, in pads, physicality.
Okay.
Again, I agree with you. It's a multi-tiered approach, right? It is, if you want to be a more physical team, you have to put an emphasis on it, right? You get what you emphasize, you get what you tolerate. So, A, you got to emphasize it. B, you probably need to get more guys that are physical by nature.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Nate Hobbs, for all the grief you gave me, the diagnosis from my 3-game watching of him on NFL Plus was clearly what they saw in him. Now, again, if your corner is one of your most physical guys, but he's getting cooked in coverage, that's not helping you much, right? You need him to not only be physical, but obviously effective in pass coverage. Like, when I look at this team, who strikes you as physical? I would say Edgerrin Cooper looks physical to me, and he eats up grass quickly.
Yeah.
I think Quay Walker has flashed that, but I wouldn't say that he's a clearly physical player. He's got a physical presence.
Say Van Ness.
I was going to say Van Ness, even though the result hasn't been that on the field, but that's like his brand is being a physical rusher.
Yes.
Well, he's a big Herculean fellow. I don't know if his play, if you can say, I mean, were you watching Lucas Van Ness a lot last year going, boy, is he physical? No, we think he's strong, but did we see him as is Rashawn Gary a super physical player?
Yes.
I think he improved significantly in his run defense last year. But again, if you want to be physical, you can't just say, we're going to be more physical, and it happens.
You got to go out and do it. And I can remember our most physical teams were 2001 to 2004. That was what we did. And you know what we did over and over, and it didn't matter if it was training camp or if it was regular season. We ran 96 power. Mm-hmm. We ran 97 BIM. We'd run zone, and we would that's what we did. And it was padded, and it was go. And you know what? We ran the play I don't know how many times. That's what we did. And it translates over. So it's always interesting when you have a quarterback that's really good and you think can really do some things. Balancing that out, you can do both. But you have to practice and emphasize it. It can't just be, we're going to hit the pads, we're going to do this. You got to go do it. And we did 9-on-7 every blanking day, every Thursday throughout the entire season for those years that we were really good running the football.
Matt LaFleur likes to use the phrase callous. You got to callous yourself.
Yes.
For the season. You were obviously well calloused going into regular season.
You should see my big toe right now. Really well calloused.
Oh, thanks.
A lot of hiking.
Whoa, Nelly!
You brought it up. I didn't.
I did not bring up your toe.
You brought up
I brought
callus.
up calluses. It's kind of.
Do you think that they will be properly calloused like your big toe is?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's where you have to tell me what is going on. Obviously, you were not impressed with the off-season walkthroughs.
Yeah, it was all jog through.
So I think camp, it sounds as if it's been more physical than it's maybe been in the past under LaFleur. And if you want to be that, you have to practice it, period. Mm-hmm. So last year I thought the run game, and with what they do, duoing and all of the combinations, that leads to more physicality than just saying stretch the front side, cut the backside, and let it go and have your guy read. This is, hey, we're going to move this guy. He's sitting there. We're going to do a block. We're going to move him. Then you have to do it. It doesn't add up to me when you hear Tucker Kraft, I understand you want to keep your guys healthy, but when you're sitting here telling me I'm going to be what did Dan Campbell say about Green Bay? We're going to take them out in the deep waters and just drag them out because we can swim and they can't, or whatever it was, or basically going to drown you. You got to practice that. And if you're going to do that, that's who you're going to be. And I think Green Bay obviously understood after last year they need more of that. Maybe it's not going to be to the same level as some of the other teams that have handled their business that way, but I think they recognized we need more of what we had than what we had last season.
All right, we need to get ready for the 11 o'clock hour. The golfers are headed out to the course at TPC, Wisconsin. You said it's a hard course.
It is.
Even for an accomplished player like yourself.
Yes. You'd have a hard time with 200 here. And it's not me being a jerk.
I don't doubt that.
Okay.
I had 5 birdies at Camp Randall on Saturday.
That's what I heard.
I don't know if you heard.
Maybe I'm going to rip
I'll
rip it out of the wall.
The whole show went to.
Well, the good news is Tito's Vodka is here, so if you have a tough round and you want to drown your sorrows a little bit, Tito's is here.
And you know me, I love 3 things. Well, I love more than 3 things, but I love these 3 things. Football, firing up the grill, and a solid cocktail in my hand. And when it's time to kick back, whether I'm tailgating before the game, watching from the couch, or grilling with friends, Tito's handmade vodka is always my go-to. Made in Austin, Texas, at the first legal distillery in the state. Tito's is 6 times distilled for clean, smooth finish, and it's naturally gluten-free. That means it mixes with just about anything, from a spicy bloody, we saw the spicy bloody bar over there, to classic vodka tonic while flipping them burgers. And here's what makes me like Tito's even more. They're not just about great drinks. Tito's gives back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing good in communities across the country, especially for dogs. So the next time you're raising a glass, make it Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled by 5th generation in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor that responsibly, Jesse.
Will do.
The 11 o'clock hour kicks off in 2 minutes live from TPC, Wisconsin at the ESPN Madison Open, benefiting Mentoring Positives. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What is up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app, home to all of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows at the touch of a fingertip. Plus, find featured content, enter contests, and more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores today. What are the training camp position battles to watch? Well, ESPN NFL Nation reporters went through all 32 teams to answer that question. You can head over to ESPN.com to read that full article, and you can head over there to stay up to date on all of your Green Bay Packers news. In Major League Baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers swept the Washington Nationals out in D.C. over the weekend. The Milwaukee Brewers had a franchise record 56 hits in a 3-game series in that sweep of Washington. Milwaukee stays out on the road as they start a 3-game series at the Atlanta Braves starting tonight. Quinn Priester will be on the mound for the Brew Crew. Coverage starts at 5:39, first pitch at 6:15.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We've got trivia coming up, during which Jesse needs to pull the winner. Did you bring your supplies?
No, Hunter's going to do it. Hunter's going to do it back in the studio.
I'm always torn on this kind of thing because part of me knows that you don't like to do extra work. At the same time, you have trouble trusting people when you do delegate responsibility.
It is really
and then
a
if they
tough
don't
spot,
do the job that you really want them to,
It's
you
a real
criticize
conundrum.
them publicly.
This is a big honor for Hunter, too, because the winner of last week's Wilde and Tausch Trivia, presented by Vortex Golf, will get our last Vortex swag bag available. This is the last one from Vortex from last week.
And we'll have a new prize pack from a new partner.
Yes, coming soon. Coming soon.
Wow.
Very exciting.
So, Tausch, last season, I made a lot of comps. You criticized them all.
Not all of them.
They turned out to be pretty close to being on the mark on all.
Pretty good with his comps last.
I'm sorry, Xavier McKinney is not Charles Woodson yet. Like, get off that. He's not.
He started pretty good.
He had a great start.
He had 8 interceptions last year, the most the Packers have had from one player since Charles Woodson in 2009 when he was the Defensive Player of the Year.
Christian Watson had more receiving touchdowns since Randy Moss, his rookie year. Whoa, he's Randy Moss. Like, come on, give it a beat here before you start throwing those.
He was first team All-Pro, Packers' first defensive back to earn first team All-Pro selection since Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson supported the comp, but again, that's fine. You can disagree. You're entitled.
You want to crown him, crown him. I think Xavier McKinney's a good player, but I'm not putting him in Charles Woodson's league
I'm not
yet.
putting him in the Hall of Fame.
You
either.
just did.
When you say someone is similar,
Charles Woodson did it. Charles Woodson did it.
If you
Last
had,
one since Charles Woodson did it.
If you had 11:06 on your Wednesday,
all right, who are your other cuts? Listen,
was wishing that we had a cousin sub again.
Listen, I think your comp on that, Xavier McKinney had a great year. No doubt about it.
I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I'm looking for similarities.
All right.
My comp of Tucker Kraft and Chewy.
Yeah.
That they do everything as a tight end. They block, they catch, they run after the catch. Chewy and Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft has the potential to be better than him. He hasn't been to 3 Pro Bowls like Chewy was.
I think Chewy could
but
kip
he's,
like him?
But he's more.
Can Chewy kip?
Maybe.
Tuck is a
mountain
he's a
of
kipper
a man.
now. He is a kipper.
But I would have never said Luke Musgrave is like Chewy because Luke Musgrave is working on his blocking. He is not a multifaceted tight end. But there's a similarity there. The Evan Williams to Micah Hyde one is my personal favorite since he watched video of Micah Hyde, and Micah Hyde saw the comparison. So now I have another one for you after watching the start of camp.
Pretty good comps.
All right.
And this is a bold one, and this is high praise, even though he became largely unpopular with the fan base after he departed. Matthew Golden.
Don't do it.
And Greg Jennings.
Ooh.
Wow. Very smooth in and out of their breaks, runs really good routes. Now, he didn't run a great route on the interception on Saturday night that Jordan Love threw that it appeared he either stopped or got bumped, but he didn't keep fighting downfield, and Carrington Valentine had an interception. He is faster than Greg Jennings was. Greg Jennings did not have a 4.29 40, so it's not a perfect comp. But they're both about the same size, 5'11". They're both strong. Greg Jennings, again, I think people forget how good he was because he was kind of a dink after he left. And he would admit that maybe how he handled things was not ideal. But I see that, and I'll say this. I went into camp saying, you know what? Matthew Golden's a rookie. I've seen a lot of great receivers come through here. It's hard to be great right away. I'm still not willing to say he's going to be great right away. But I'm going to say he looks pretty encouraging to me. And maybe he can have a greater impact as a rookie than I was anticipating. He's such a smooth athlete. He's got really good hands, which obviously was also an issue for these guys. Like, I'm not crowning him, but I'm always looking for guys. Like I think, you know, the Randall Cobb, Jaden Reed, that's a bit of a force. They're both short. They both play the in the slot a lot, but I'm not sure that there's as many similarities there. This one, though, I feel pretty good about. Having played with Greg, is this encouraging for you to hear when I say something like this?
That you say he could be the next Greg Jennings. Greg Jennings was a great player. I think Greg Jennings would have probably been a Hall of Fame player if he stayed his career in Green Bay. He was at that point, and obviously things went south. We heard Greg on our show and other shows told the story at the beginning of his last season as a Packer. Things just got haywire, and it didn't.
He always leaves out of that story that they offered him a contract that was going to pay him $12 million a year, and he said, unless it's going to be $15 million a year, don't bother talking to me anymore.
Yeah.
And so they stopped talking to him, and then he was mad that they didn't talk to him about the contract.
Well, it's his story to tell. I'm going to tell that part of it. You can tell that part.
Yeah,
Greg Jennings was a great player here, and
no doubt.
When you mentioned and make that because you don't like virality, that's a statement that a lot of people are going to look at and say, "I'll take that." Mm-hmm. Matthew Golden has been publicized and loved from the jump because of the draft being in Green Bay and because of how Mark Murphy did it in the last draft, and because there is a need for someone to emerge as that guy. I think Packer fans would be more than happy if he is the Greg Jennings from 2009 to 12.
Sure.
It ain't going to be long enough.
Agreed.
I think you can make these comps, and you can do. Greg Jennings was smooth. You're right. I can remember a slant pass he caught against the San Diego Chargers and took it to the house late in the game where we were behind when I think it was Phillip Rivers quarterbacking for him, and we ended up beating the Chargers at Lambeau. Greg Jennings was always you didn't feel it because he was maybe a little smaller, but impact play after impact play, and that is what Brian Gutekunst is hoping for when he made that pick.
What is realistic to forget the comp? What's realistic to expect from him, though? I mean, given what they have at wide receiver, like that's the other part of this is I don't know how those puzzle pieces are going to fit because look, and you and I are in agreement on this. If he wouldn't have stayed home out of frustration over his role, which wasn't. Like, again, he'd played more snaps than any other wide receiver. His targets were 20 after 4 games. Wicks and Reed had 22, so it's not like there was a big disparity. I still will never understand what Romeo Doubs was thinking and why he didn't have anyone in his circle to tell him, dude, go to work. Don't do this. But, watching him in camp with the big, great Gazoo helmet to try and protect from the concussions, he looks good. Him and Love have been on the same page. He had a great catch on a back shoulder ball. He snatched a ball on Saturday night that I don't know how he caught it. He's really good on third down. Like, if he doesn't do that, he probably gets an extension the way Zach Tom did, and it's a little bit below market because they pay him like a 2 because they've got other guys, and instead he's got an uncertain future, but he's had a really good camp through my lens as well. So you've got him. You got Reed, who still has an important role. They had a 2-minute drill one day while you were gone where Love threw, I think, 5 passes, and 4 of them were to Reed. And they went down, matriculated down the field for a touchdown. So when you do have other pieces, how do you see Matthew Golden's season unspooling?
I think he has an opportunity by the middle portion of the season to be the number 1 guy. And it's partially because I think Green Bay wants him to be that, but I think you're talking speed, and if he's as velvety and as smooth as you're leading on Greg Jennings-esque, Greg Jennings was our number 1 target, really probably from 2009 till 12.
Well, did he become that kind of in 2006?
He was
already as a rookie.
I think
during the last half of the year.
Brett trusted and looked at him on big plays a lot. Was he number 1? I don't know if I go that far, but he won't be the number 1 immediately. But I think you could see him earning more and more opportunities, and that was kind of what I thought. By November, if he emerges and continues on the kind of the track he is, you can't teach 4.2 speed. Can't teach it. You can get guys faster, but that is elite. And you put that in along with good route running and strong hands and the work ethic and all of those things, you're going to earn more and more opportunities to be that number one guy. And Romeo can be great. Jaden Reed can be great. This kid will have the opportunities to overtake it and be the number one guy.
So Greg Jennings was a rookie in 2006. Donald Driver was the clear-cut number one receiver. He caught 92 passes for 1,295 yards and 8 touchdowns that year. Greg Jennings, who missed the final game in Chicago for the birth of his first child, had 45 catches, 632 yards, and 3 touchdowns his rookie year. More or less, like you might do on Prize Picks, for Matthew Golden's final numbers this year.
More.
Okay. So the second year,
he's got 2 more games.
Right.
Unless I don't know his. Right. I don't know if he's having.
Not that I know of,
okay.
But you don't know how his season's going to go.
Sure.
So by 2007, the gap was closed. Driver was still the leading receiver. He had 82 receptions for 1,048 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. Greg Jennings, who I think you remember vividly having the touchdown in overtime in Denver that year.
Fake 93, I think, X-Go, something like that.
He only had 53 catches, but it was for 920 yards and 12 touchdowns in year 2.
Yep.
And that was also the rookie year for James Jones when he came in and had 47 receptions. So, 08 was obviously wonky, but Greg Jennings became the number one wide receiver that year.
Yeah.
80 catches, 1,292 yards, 9 touchdowns. My point is that even if he's not the leading receiver this year,
positioning himself to do that.
Right.
I think what you'll see is less opportunities early, earn, got to keep him on the field. And by the end of the year, I think you're going to see maybe it's going to be more 1A, 1B with if it's going to be Dobbs or whoever it's going to be, but you're going to see someone that they want to find ways to get the football. How that all shakes out, whether it's going to be jet sweeps or whatever else, you're going to look to see how can we get the ball into his hands because great things happen when we do it.
Well, I have been impressed with him. And not that you don't expect to be impressed by the first-round pick, obviously, but if you thought, well, it's going to take him a little bit. Look, and there was a moment at the end of family night where LaFleur, you saw it on the TV broadcast, pulled Love aside, and was explaining to Golden on a sideline pattern in the 2-minute drill what they want because he hadn't run the route correctly. It was a teachable moment. There's going to be a bunch of those, but that doesn't preclude him from being ultra productive as a rookie either, right?
That's baked into the cake that you're going to have things you need to go over and fine-tune, and you just want to see that he's learning and understanding and growing and not making the same mistake twice, and that just breeds more and more confidence for you as a staff that you have the right guy. And again, it's an early sample. I'm sure we'll see him in some preseason games. You just want to see him flash. You don't need him to be super consistent right now. You want to see flashes of whoa, and then you earn that. You earn those opportunities to become that consistent 1 or 2 throughout the course of this season.
All right, we need to play trivia, but before we can play trivia, we have to crown last week's winner of the Vortex Golf Swag Bag Prize Pack.
Last one.
So Hunter, who is live in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, has been entrusted with the cheese fry helmet.
This is big.
And he is going to pick last week's winner. Hunter, are you ready?
I am ready. I've got the cheese fry helmet, shaking it up.
Last Vortex swag bag.
And last week's winner is John in Lake Geneva.
Good win for John.
Congratulations
First
to John.
time contestant, if I remember correctly.
If I remember correctly, he didn't get a lot of questions right either, and he still won. So good for him. Hey, everybody wins. All you need is one. All right, Jesse, what's today's category, and what caller would you like Hunter to take today?
It is the Sports Weekend Recap. It's Monday, so we are recapping what happened over a fun weekend in sports. Hunter, what caller would you like to take? I want to give it to you, buddy. What do you got?
Boy, did that sound condescending and inauthentic.
Yeah,
I want to give it to you, buddy.
Everyone always critiques me for picking
I
want to
give it to you, buddy.
Hunter pick.
It's funny you say picking a big number because I wanted to go a smaller number. Since we were talking Matthew Goldney wears number 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. Let's go caller number 4.
That's lame.
Instead of number 22.
Yeah, I don't want to take 22.
Caller 4 right now. Boy, Jesse really has taught you well. Caller 4 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 4 right now plays trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. Well, training camp practices and preseason games are great opportunities for the guys up in Green Bay to make sure they're fully ready for their regular season performances. Well, if they didn't work on things before the games count, there could be some big mistakes that happen in the regular season. Well, the same goes for car maintenance. Get your vehicle checked before you go on a long road trip or an issue comes up during an important, busy time in your life. There is no better vehicle service team than the team I trust over at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, change the oil, make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape so you can focus on the fun of getting from place to place for whatever your next adventure holds. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Fix any issues before it counts. When it comes to your vehicle, take my word for it and trust the fantastic team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. The name you can trust.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to VintageBrewingCompany.com to make a reservation today. That's VintageBrewingCompany.com.
If you're considering solar energy, Sweet of Metal Roofing and solar panels go hand in hand.
Solar panels install effortlessly over metal, and it enhances the efficiency of your solar energy.
Before you go solar,
install a Sweet of Metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweeta. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweet of Metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweet of Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing up our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open, also brought to you by Carbless, Zimbrick Honda, Siding Unlimited, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, Clear Vision Pro Wash, and Vortex Optics.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
So it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have your iPhones functioning this way, but you get kind of a preview of the text. You don't necessarily get the entire text all the time, especially if you do what Hunter did, which was create space in between the first portion of the second.
Little tease.
And it says JJ in Dodgeville, and I'm like, I could have sworn we had a JJ in Dodgeville last week.
Same
for
one,
trivia. Probably. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe this is an old text. I'm looking at the wrong text. No. It's the right text. He's back. Time now for trivia. He was Tuesday's contestant. He did not win the drawing moments ago, so he's eligible to play again.
He's playing for a different prize pack this week.
Indeed he is, but you're not telling us any details about the prize pack.
This is just an ESPN Wisconsin prize pack this week. We're back to the ESPN Wisconsin prize pack, but a new partnership coming soon for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Excited to reveal that in the coming weeks.
JJ, do you still want to play even though the prize pack isn't it's just an ESPN Wisconsin prize pack?
You know.
Good. We appreciate you
yeah,
playing.
I'm okay with that.
Good.
I want to tell Tausch my middle name is Mark, and I have a brother named Mark.
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back.
JJ, how old are you?
66.
Okay, how old is your brother?
Probably be like 54.
54. Yeah, right in the heyday of Marks. Great, perfect. All right. So we've got a Mark and a JJ on the show too. That's perfect. By the way, real quickly before we get to JJ, I was talking to Jaden Reed, and his nickname is Bird. And I said, Jaden, I have to know because one of our frequent callers to my show with Tausch started calling me Jay-Bird for a while. Did you start out as Jay-Bird and then they shortened it to Bird? And that's exactly what happened. He was Jay-Bird growing up, and now in the locker room they just call him Bird. So they dropped the J.
All right.
You didn't seem that interested, actually.
Scuba Chad strikes again.
You're wearing your sand-covered, coffee-covered sunglasses.
It is interesting.
I couldn't see how interested you were.
No, it's very interesting.
All right, JJ, speaking of interesting, here are the questions for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Question number 1,
So are you
sir.
implying that he's a Jaybird?
Yeah, we're both Jaybirds.
Jaybird.
It's a bonding moment between
No, I'm
me.
talking about our caller, JJ.
No, it was just we were talking about names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to find.
Nobody cuts a J. You need to have more J's.
I couldn't agree more. Next time you play next week when you don't win the prize pack this week, you can be Triple J.
Triple J.
From Dodgeville. All right. Today
there you go.
Today you're only JJ. Your question number 1 is this. On which streaming platform was Friday night's Brewers Nationals game televised when Pat Murphy gave Trisha Whitaker his pocket pancake? Was that on Apple TV or Disney Plus or Peacock, where you can stream The 60-Yard Line and other great movies, including Wicked and other shows? Apple TV, Disney
Apple
Plus.
TV.
Apple TV.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
was.
1 for 1. JJ, question number 2 is this. Which NASCAR venue played host to a debacle of a baseball game this weekend between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds? Was it Talladega Superspeedway, Bristol Motor Speedway or Charlotte Motor Speedway?
Bristol.
It was, Jesse, catch me up on this. I saw the story leading into it.
Why was it a debacle?
That they were playing it in a race course.
Yep.
Why was it a debacle?
All right, so 2.5-hour rain delay on Saturday night, so they didn't start till 8:40 Central Time. It was originally a 6:15.
Nationally televised
Nationally
to show
televised
off
on 5. It was the only game, so they couldn't even go to a different game. Apparently, they were not properly prepared at Bristol Motor Speedway. Many patrons saying they were getting bunless hot dogs. By the time the game started,
Carnivore diet.
Only peanuts were available. There were nachos.
Shelled or not shelled?
Shelled. Nachos with no cheese.
Oh, that's not good.
Just
You got to have
tray of
jalapenos with your
chips.
nachos. Okay.
Horrible sight lines for where you were sitting.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah, like they built the stadium and they built like a press box and everything, but then they had people sitting behind that, so you couldn't see the
media
pitch
starts
coming
with
into home
me.
plate.
Yeah, it's important.
And then it got rained out, so they played one inning in a monsoon. Then they decided, let's call it quits. No one was communicating right. All of a sudden, the Fox broadcast found out with everyone when the guy came on and said, "Yeah, we're going to play at noon tomorrow." It was.
So then they came back. People had to come back.
Yeah. So
hopefully they had
they
more
ended
buns.
up drawing like 90,000 still into it. It was so that was they still success, I suppose.
Yeah, you're going to that for the gimmick of it. You're not going because
correct.
you think you're going to end up with a beer in one hand and
a Slurpee in the other.
A
swirly.
Yeah.
MLB version of Fire Festival is what some of the news stories were calling.
It's actually a pretty good line. All right. JJ, did you get the rundown there sufficiently on what occurred at Bristol?
Yeah, it was a muddy mess.
I think JJ took a nap while Jesse was telling that.
Well, Jason asked.
Question 3 is this.
Stands for Triple J.
Culminating a celebrated 30-year run, which golf commentator signed off from his final CBS broadcast on Sunday afternoon? Was it Jim Nantz? Hello, friends. David Faraday or Ian Baker Finch?
Jim Nantz.
He's going to hang on a while.
The correct answer, Ian Baker Finch. Did you
30
know
years.
that?
I knew it wasn't Jim Nantz because Jim Nantz is going to 50 years of Augusta. Like, he's covering Augusta 50. So I think he's retiring in 2036. Ian Baker Finch, long run for Ian. If I was a golfer, I think I'd want to be Ian.
Australia.
What a great name.
Yeah, that would be a good
Ian
name for you.
Woosnam.
That's a good one.
Augusta champion. Ian Woosnam.
All right, JJ, thanks for making sure we don't have to worry about a perfect week. You got 2 out of 3. That means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries into Friday's drawing, and maybe you'll win that ESPN Wisconsin prize pack, which is a placeholder for our new prize packs, which will be just debuting the following week.
Not to diminish the value of the ESPN Wisconsin prize
Kind
pack.
of sounds like you're diminishing it.
That's pretty good, too. But
It kind of sounds like you're diminishing it a little bit.
Maybe a little. Thanks, JJ. We appreciate
I'm
you.
real excited.
Yeah, I can tell. Yes,
that's the spirit.
Good. We appreciate your
Triple
excitement.
J.
All right, that is
Love
Wilde
you
and
guys.
Tausch trivia.
I love you guys.
Love you guys. Nicely done. All right, we need to get to Whoa Nelly.
Yep.
Did you miss Whoa Nelly?
I did. I always liked Whoa
he
Nelly.
was wandering through the sand dunes thinking, God, I miss Whoa Nelly.
No, I didn't. But now that I'm here, I'm excited for Whoa
Well, I hope it lives up to your expectations.
I'm sure it will.
I doubt it will. Whoa Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well. Born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tauscher here, inviting you to Throwback Thursday at the Pizza Hut in Platteville on Thursday, August 7th. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy special throwback prices on pizza, wings, fountain drinks, and more. I'll be at Pizza Hut in Platteville from noon to 2 after Wisconsin's practice, and I've invited some special guests to hang out as well. And when you stop by, enter to win a signed jersey or pizza for a year. Throwback Thursday at Pizza Hut, Thursday, August 7th, exclusively at Pizza Hut in Platteville.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We're on the Brewers.
2025 wants to be in the discussion as one of the greatest Brewers teams of all time.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
It's going to come down to what they do in October.
This is Madison's new home of Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days.
Tausch wanted it. Tausch gets it. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
Tausch, when you left, the Brewers had just become the best team in baseball in Seattle, having won 11 straight, not 12. They lost the Tuesday night game in Seattle to end the streak, and no George Webbs for everyone. They won on Wednesday afternoon, and
Do you think it was fair that Strofe and the boys got called out on that?
Yes.
Totally
Yep.
fair.
All right,
Yep,
fair.
totally
Okay.
fair.
We're all
also,
on the same page.
Also, turns out George Webb's does not have ice cream. I looked it up.
Oh.
So
I got a milkshake?
no,
Nothing?
not on their menu online.
All right.
Well,
And
anyway,
they didn't have to give away free burgers either.
you're back, and the Brewers are still the best team in baseball.
Have they won 11 in a row?
They have not, but they are 2 up on the Chicago Cubs for the top
Big
spot.
birdie on 8. Nice job. Big birdie on 9. Yes, sir. All right.
2 up on the Cubs in the NL Central standings. Best record in the National League. Best record in the sport here on August 4th, 2025. The Miz is on the injured list. Jackson Churio's on the injured list. No big deal. The scrub lineup put up 25 hits on Friday night on Apple
56 hits in 3 games.
56 hits in 3 games, a franchise record. The Brewers sweep the Washington Nationals. They move on to play the Atlanta Braves tonight. Your thoughts on where the Brewers stand here on August 4th?
I don't think any of us anticipated it. I know you wanted to fire the manager about middle of May. It's just awesome. This is a fun team. Now, I know the trade deadline passed, and I think there's some folks that were, disappointed. I think you can be disappointed that there wasn't a big splash move made by Matt Arnold. But just enjoy this, man. This is fun. This is a fun team. I don't think I've been more engaged in Brewer baseball. I legit looked at this Airbnb and tried to find a way to watch the game. And do you know they have this thing on YouTube that they simulate games, and you can watch it like it's a video game? That's their way around the copywriting?
No. What?
I didn't know it. I'm not going to reveal my sources. Someone younger in my family. It's like, oh, yeah, so you can...
So they're like cartoon...
Yes!
Like avatars?
It basically is like a Nintendo game that they're simulating what happened during the actual game and putting it on the YT. Huh?
For old T.
Isn't that just ESPN Gamecast?
I feel like that should be illegal. Maybe it is.
Probably. Was there commentary?
I don't know about that. Don't think so.
You're not real big on details.
No, I love dazzling details, but I don't. So, anyways, I think we should be excited about it. Are we going to continue? I was listening to Jen Gabe and Chewy on my way over here. Are they going to win 70% of their games the rest of the way? No. Is what's the old boy's name that they got for Savale from the White Sox?
Andrew Vaughn.
Vaughny, is he going to be like the killer that he is?
Hitting at a Barry Bonds
He's
clip.
crushing it.
Yeah.
So is all of that going to hold up? The odds would say no, but the key is win the division. Get it so you're not like stuck in one of those play-in deals, and let your pitch and eat, and have Miz ready. I think it's just been a really fun team and a fun summer to be a Brewers fan. So I'd say enjoy it. Don't get all paranoid and caught up in it. We'll have plenty of time to be paranoid when we start talking about expectations when we get to the end of September.
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. When are you going to catch Brewers fever?
I'm not a fan.
Oh.
I was actually
You're
watching.
a ventriloquist now.
It's amazing. Willie Tyler and Lester.
I have to write my story for Channel 3000. There's a backup left guard.
Nelly.
There's a backup left guard. I think he's got a good chance to maybe make the practice squad. No, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
I thought I was talking to Jason.
I actually...
Did you notice I was doing the you could, if you're on the video, you couldn't even see. I was...
Yeah. Whoa, Nelly!
I was actually watching the Apple TV Plus telecast with Tricia.
How is it? Is it good? They do a good job?
They do a good job.
They do a good job. And Tricia was in Green Bay with us at WBAY early in her career. And the pocket pancake went viral.
Yep.
I saw it happen. I was like, oh, boy, this is going to be something.
Wasn't he trying to talk pancakes with us, too, and we called him out on it? Like, there was a quote somebody made. Maybe it was,
Rudy?
No, it was Marcus Johnson. He's talking about pancakes, and I'm thinking to myself,
Marcus
Johnson.
Yesterday's pancakes.
Yeah, don't get full on yesterday's pancakes.
That was actually very good.
I actually think pancakes are one of the best microwavable foods.
So this segues into my next question. Pocket pancake was prevalent, and as you said, it went viral over the weekend, Jason. Have you ever eaten anything out of your pocket?
What, gum?
No, I mean like the way Pat Murphy. No. I have a friend. We were up north once, and there was
Up North Joe?
It wasn't
up north friend.
Joe. No, there was. I actually don't remember which one of us it was, but there was.
Hopefully, it wasn't a salami from the
There
sausage
was one leftover
raffle.
chicken tender, and instead of asking for a box and the service was a little slow,
shoved it in his
just take the chicken tender,
napkin
put
around
it.
it.
Put it in a napkin, put it in the sweatshirt pocket. You walk, and 20 minutes later, pocket chicken, and boom, there you go.
Pocket chicken.
So, have you ever put any straight food in your pocket,
completely uncovered,
or in only a napkin? Let's say only
Nope.
a napkin.
Nope, never have.
I'm pretty sure I have. Not ice cream, but I'm pretty sure.
No, not ice cream. Yeah. You get like a. I had a sandwich from a McPopular restaurant chain that I
McPopular.
Yeah, I ate like half of it one time. We were walking, so it was when I was in college. I was visiting Madison for a football game, and I ate half of it. I'm like, I don't want the rest of this right now. I just kind of put it in the sweatshirt pocket and showed up 2 hours later. Oh yeah, and I finished it.
Sweatshirt like the like kangaroo
the pouch.
in
Yeah,
the front.
pouch in the front. Yeah.
I think that would be different than putting it in your back pocket and sitting on it, or even in your side pocket of your pants.
Obviously, yeah.
So I'm gonna allow it. Whoa, Nelly.
Okay.
Whoa, Nelly!
I have yet to bring this up,
but you're going to now.
We are dog sitting.
For the same dude?
No, different. This is for my brother-in-law. He's on a fishing trip with
Becca's
some of the rest
brother.
Of the, yeah, Becca's brother.
Okay.
So we are watching 2 extra dogs for 7 days. We picked them up on Thursday night.
Okay.
We also.
I feel like if they're dog, they should have brought the dogs to your house.
Well, we went to go pick them up on Thursday night.
Where do they live?
Give
me the exact address.
Near Appleton.
Okay.
So it was not a short drive. And then we got 20 minutes heading home, and we realized we forgot. We were also then assigned to pick up a new phone for our sister-in-law who lives down in this area. So we had to go back 20 minutes
like you had
to
a
go
lot
get
of
the
work to
phone
do.
and then come back. What are you doing?
Trying to make you uncomfortable.
So we didn't get home with the dogs till like 11 o'clock on Thursday.
Why is he not bringing the dogs to you? What do you mean?
We had to work and pack and leave for their
You have a
trip.
job. You're doing him a 7-day favor.
Beck and I got to go. We went to one of our favorite Italian restaurants in Appleton on Thursday.
Oh,
A
is
little
it
date night.
a calzone place?
They have calzones.
Oh, is it called Stucks?
It is not.
Oh, interesting.
Do the Stucks have ice cream?
I'm sure they do.
Anyway,
Jason, am I crazy to think that old boy should be dropping his dogs off down at Jesse's house?
I don't know what they had going on before their trip, but yes, that would have been nice of them to do. Okay. If they're leaving you with their dogs for 7 days.
Lambo and Jordy are the names of the dogs.
That's cute.
Backpackers' names, Lambo and Jordy.
Okay.
Any tips, Jason, for watching 3 dogs at once? We've never done it before.
Yeah, give them plenty of attention.
Oh, they're getting.
How's Mo handling it? Is Mo being territorial?
Mo, I think, has some traits similar to me. Mo is better as an only dog than as a
Poor
sibling dog. So Mo, last night we're sitting watching TV in our basement where we have a nice big couch. Lambo and Jordy
I've seen
come up.
it. I've visited.
They're coming. They're nestling
Did you sleep
up with
over there?
us.
I just
You
sleep
should've.
over there.
Would you ever sleep over at Jesse's house?
No.
Under
Oh,
no
come
circumstances.
on. There is a situation.
What would the situation be?
Tornado.
The restaurant?
No. He is leaving Madison, and there's a tornado.
If I got a
He
free
needs
meal at Tornado, I might actually. I don't know about the actual weather event. Look, I really like Mo. I really like Becca. She's very nice. So, but no.
Lambo and Jordy came up by us on the couch. They were all ready to snuggle and settle in
Mo's
for the
irritated.
night. Mo went into the spare bedroom, and he laid on the bed in the
Did he
spare
slam
bedroom,
the
and
door?
He didn't slam the door, but he wanted to go be by himself.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have decision time coming up. I have put off for years getting a dog. And I told Eleanor a ways back because Max's hockey season now it's going to be condensed. It's not the same juggernaut it's been. He's going into high school, so it'll be less. We're not going to be traveling as much. And D-Day was after this trip.
Oh, boy.
So I'm still on board with not getting one.
Oh, boy.
So maybe
You're the lone holdout, though, aren't you?
it's going to be tough, yeah. So that's just another thing to continue to monitor.
What would you name your dog?
Great
Oostberg?
question. No.
Oh, boy.
Oostberg. I don't know what.
I better start working on it because it's coming.
What I would do is get it down to, and I tried to do this with my brother's dog when they got one, and we were not a dog family, really,
right,
ever. And I wanted him to let our audience name the dog. I said, give us 3 names. Craig Craig and Pat are both big parts of the show. Pat was never going to do that. Pat was he was never going to do that. Craig never was going to either, but I at least broached it with him and said, hey, you get us 3 names that you like, that you can live with, and let our audience pick.
Vote. Yeah.
And his wife said no.
Good decision by her. All right. That is it for
I'll probably name it Pickler. I'll name my dog Pickler.
Yeah?
That's a terrible idea. Great place to play pickleball, though. Not a great dog.
Have you been over there yet?
I have been over there, yes.
Just recently?
No. Okay. It's busy. It's training camp.
Heard there's a new location.
Busy. They don't have practice. You don't even get access. What the heck are you talking about?
We've
had 2 straight days. You got nothing.
Yeah. We've had lots of access until these last 2 days. And by the way, Luke Musgrave giving an unprompted testimonial. What a great facility it is.
Oh, Luke and Tucker.
Yeah. Well, they played each other.
These are my they're my 2 new favorite tight ends.
We need to wrap things up, and we're going to wrap things up with our friends from Mentoring Positives, who are part of our ESPN Madison Open here.
There's Bucky on a golf cart.
Hold on tight, Bucky. Hold on loosely, but don't let go.
Watch out on 3.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today.
In for Pablo Iglesias, I'm Jesse Nelson. Morale has been down for Wisconsin football fans since the end of last season, but appearing on ESPN Madison's Jim, Matt, and Molly, former Badgers running back Melvin Gordon has a message for fans getting ready to come to games at Camp Randall this season.
Just have faith. You not having any faith is not doing anything for our football team. Come in early, be loud, find ways to help give us that advantage when people come into Camp Randall. The fans make the difference. They do.
Find the full interview with Melvin Gordon available on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For long-lasting comfort and reliability, our craftsmen make it easy to trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments,
Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Summer is here, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years how great Door County Distillery is. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. The sun is shining, and so can the Rock Island Rum from Door County Distillery in your summertime cocktail. Otherwise, vodkas, gins, whiskeys, brandies, and more, it's all available from the award-winning Door County Distillery. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes and the retailer nearest you, DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
We're on the Packers.
This is an enormous season
because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And it's not just for Jordan Love.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
The ESPN Madison Open at TPC Wisconsin is in full swing. See what I did?
Good one. That's pretty good. Can you get 2 more puns in before the show ends?
And you've heard me mention Mentoring Positives, who we're partnering with for this event. And you put a basketball in the logo, and it's going to get my attention. And we're joined by Executive Director Will Green to tell us a little bit about what you guys do at Mentoring Positives, because it's a great cause, and we're excited to be a small part of it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, fellas. Will Green, Executive Director of Mentoring Positive. Started about 21 years ago. We're on the east side of Madison in the Dartmouth-Worthington Park neighborhood. We mentor youth. We steer them away from the juvenile justice system, try to do pro-social, emotional things with the kids. So I use enrichment programming. I use basketball. It got me off the streets of Gary, Indiana. Go play ball at UW Eau Claire. So I use basketball as a hook. I use food as a hook. We got a new restaurant that's in the old Ellis Deli on East Wash.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a restaurant, open 2 years. We do culinary in the space. You know, I got a new kitchen manager in there that's helping us with the pizza and salsa. So the kids produce the pizza and salsa themselves.
So we've got a pizza here. I've been hearing rave reviews about the salsa. But help me understand, it's one thing to have good food, right? That's great. But the process that it does for these kids, why did you think that sports and culinary arts were the path that would really engage them?
For sure. I just think I think about the kids, man. I think about things that they might like. It may be music. It may be food. It may be basketball. I get a lot of young men that think they're going to the NBA. I tell them you got a better chance of being a doctor or a lawyer. Really.
Right.
Really, it really is. You know what I mean? I don't crush their dreams because I've seen it.
Sure. Have a backup plan.
Yeah, come on, man. And so food is that thing. And really, again, these are just the hooks, right? Once we get them there, we talk about the social emotion. We talk about not having a father. We talk about good, positive relationships, how to be a good person. That's what I really want, because I think that's the main ingredient to anything that we want to get out of, because the youth are our future.
And that's why sports are great, because it gives you all those different avenues, and you being a former player and passing that along and help. It is something that unifies communities, but it also gives a passion and a purpose to a lot of kids that need it.
For sure. Teamwork, team building, strategizing how to execute the plan, all that. My coach from Gary, Indiana, he was great because he taught us that basketball was life. Life is basketball. And so I really translated that into all the things we do. And that's why I made the logo, because it gave me a lot of opportunity to see outside of Gary, Indiana. There was a lot of more opportunities out here. And I think networking and making connections for kids, that's really important. I think they need to understand that. And we give the kids an opportunity to be who they are. We meet the kids where they are, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the kids sometimes I deal with struggle in school, struggle in life, and we all do. I don't care how good your life is. We all have those moments. So it's important for us adults to create the stage for the kids to display their talents.
Well, so now I know two great basketball players out of Gary, Indiana, Glenn Robinson and Will Green. Did you guys ever cross paths?
I tell you what, I was a senior. He was probably a sophomore when Gene Katie was coming down, checking him out. But but I probably got an old article with us in that article in the paper. Not saying that we were together, but I have some articles that he was in the paper. I was probably in the paper.
It's a pretty good tussles with Bo Ryan from your days at Eau Claire.
For sure. No, I'll never. Eau Claire was a good time, man. And Bo Ryan, we had some battles. Ernie Peavy, T.J. Van Wee, those were some good battles. I think people forget how tough that league was. But I was Eau Claire's 2-time MVP, man, 91 and 93. So it was a fun time.
What happened in 92?
Man, 92.
I could have told you that was going to happen.
Man, 91 and 93, man. I was 2-time MVP, man. But I had fond memories of that. We're going up there next week, for the golf outing, the alumni. It's always good to see the old players and Coach Anderson, man. So
he's a legend, no doubt about it.
He just called me last week, man. So he always had a fond relationship with him. He allows me to stay at his house sometimes when I get back to Eau Claire. So it's good to.
Well, Jesse's also renting out his basement apparently now. So if you have,
he's got 17 dogs you have to watch. That's the only problem.
Well, if people want to either volunteer to help or just to help monetarily, what can they do to get involved with Mentoring Positives?
Yeah, man, you just really can go to our website. That's a space. Our Facebook page, Mentoring Positives, and our website, mentoringpositives.org. You can donate or you can reach out to us if you want to help volunteer. We always have people come and help in the kitchen. Making these pizzas. When people buy our products, man, you help in the community because it helps the kids. It helps get the product out the door, and then the kids got to do some more work, keep them productive.
Love it.
What I'm saying?
That is awesome.
It's a win-win, man. A great a great cause never tastes so good.
I love it.
Jesse ate half the pizza, so we'll maybe see if we can't get a scrap before we go.
Well, thanks for joining us, and it's great to have you be part of our event today. Thanks so much.
Man, thanks for having me, fellas. Appreciate it.
That's it for Wilde and Tausch today. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show